2 for 6, hitting 300 in these situations. Well, thanks again for joining us. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw as Montgomery. Little chopper up the infield. Going to be a tough play. The throw down the first base is going to be not in time. Everyone's safe. A run score. And just like that, the Gatemen take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first.
Montgomery now driven in 3 runs in his last 6 at-bats, Alex. The kid continues to find his rhythm. And I think if you would have told me before that at-bat that Tor Montgomery scores a run on an infield single and nobody gets out, I don't know if I would have believed you. Sneaky fast is the 6'4" guy.
Well, bases remain loaded for Jack Hausinger, who desperately wanting to get something going as well. And Coach Shapiro moving him down in the lineup. As really, we've only seen him from the leadoff spot. Went 1 for 4 last night. The 0-1 pitch stays low. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. Lefty Hausinger at the plate. Windish on third, Clark on second, and Montgomery on first. Here in the bottom of the first, the Gatemen have a 1-0 lead this inning. Buxton delivers the 1-1 pitch, stays outside, now 2-1 the count.
Buxton, a player out of Lipscomb, 74 2/3 innings this spring, wrapping up a 3.86 ERA.
2 balls, 1 strike on the left-hander. Buxton delivers the pitch, in there for a strike. Oh, I'm sorry, it was in there for a strike. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-1, 2-2 pitch. A chopper over to Ahuna at short. Makes a long throw to first, but it's not in time. Another run scores, and everyone is safe again. Bases still loaded as the Gatemen take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first.
Ahuna hesitated there. He looked to third first, pumped twice, and then made the throw. And Jack Hausinger is a guy who is not sneaky fast. It is known he is quick along the base paths. Even stole 3 bases in a single game earlier this spring. So great base running from Jack Hausinger to beat it up the line. And that's now back-to-back infield singles with the bases loaded. 2 runs have scored, and there's still just 1 out.
And you can hear the excitement from the Gatemen bullpen cheering their team on as they now have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Connor O'Brien swings at the first pitch but lines it right to Halter at second base, and a throw to first got him in time to end the inning. A big double play to get out of the jam, but the Gatemen do some damage. In the bottom of the first, they take a 2-0 lead. As we go to the top of the second, stay with us right here on the Wareham Gatemen Broadcast Network.
Each and every game here at Spillane Field is made possible by our sponsors. Let's take a moment to recognize Gateway Tavern, Coastal Orthodontics, Fairway Financial, Joanne Stevenson, Sullivan Wine and Spirits, Deb Levesque Massage Therapy, the Law Office of Mark Deshays, Office Technology Group, J&M Baseball Academy, South Coast Health, Minkle Boys Catering, 80 Makepeace, Reed Custom Soils, Soft as a Grape, Bay Motor Inn, Point Sign, Wareham, Sipicon, and Dartmouth Week, Cranberry Self-Storage, Village Signs, the Law Office of Lang, Exaferris, and Bullard, Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally LLP, Robertson's GMC, Effie's Homemade, Wareham Country Market, the Wareham House of Pizza, Robbery's Tree Service, Patty Wild, Onset Bay Association, Select PT, El Mariachi, Water Whiz, and Cool Cone. Thank you once again to our sponsors of your Wareham Gatemen.
Top of the second inning. It's a 2-0 Gateman lead. If you're just joining us, we have had some technical difficulties here on the broadcast, but Alex Feuz alongside Cade Crenshaw. We will hope to have the video up momentarily, so again, appreciate you joining us. Luke Benecki on the mound for the Gatemen. Had a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first, and he'll face Walsh, Pickney, and Halter due up here in the top of the second. The pitch taken inside for a ball. Now 1-0 the count.
Walsh, a Las Vegas native out of now attending Oregon, I should say. A 200 hitter so far.
1-0. Popped him up in foul territory, drifting to his right as Anderson, but runs out of room. 1-1 the count.
2 games for Walsh. He's 1 for 5 with 1 run brought home. But get this, Alex. He's drawn 4 walks in 2 games.
Exactly what you're looking for, especially not really typically from a cleanup spot hitter, but the objective, of course, in baseball is just simply get on base. You don't want to oversimplify it. The 1-1 taken for a strike. Now 1-2 the count. The Gatemen do have a 2-0 lead here in the top of the second. The 1-2 pitch to Walsh stays high. Now 2-2 the count. Benecki comes set. The 2-2 pitch. That one hit well to center. Could be trouble for Robertson, but now calling him off his Windish to come in to make the play.
That was great speed from Windish. He probably covered, what, Alex, 50, 60 feet
Yeah.
from his position and left. And he's not a guy, who, once again, known for his speed. And he's primarily an infielder during his time at UNC Greensboro. He's now playing in left field for the Gatemen and has started there in every game since opening day. He's been one of the bright spots for this team defensively.
Oh, Andrew Pickney shows bunt, gets it down. It's going to stay a fair ball, and he will reach first safely. And just like that, that's the first hit of the night for the Commodores. And they have a runner on first base now.
With a 6'3", 205-pounder at the plate, you don't really expect a bunt play. And I think that's exactly why he did it. He saw that Anderson was probably a good 5 or 6 feet behind the third base bag on the infield dirt. There was plenty of room to put down a bunt, and it was important for him to connect on it on the first pitch, because if he had showed, then pulled back or missed, then the defense is aware and they'll adjust accordingly. So really, really good play from Pinkney.
Right, already down 2-0. You got to create some sort of chaos here early in the game to try to get yourself back into it. Has a decent lead down first base. That's pitch fouled away from Halter. So ahead here, 0-1. To the top of the second inning. Alex Feuz alongside Cade Crenshaw on what we hope to be a TV broadcast here soon. Now turned radio. Pickney on first with 1 out here in the top of the second. Benecki comes set at the waist. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and a check back to first from Elvis, but Pinkney gets back in time. A heads-up play there.
Good play from Elvis. I think you throw that down each and every time. The throw was a little bit behind Pinkney, like we said, 6'3" frame. He doesn't have to go very far off the bag to be able to get back to it in time.
Benecki deals the pitch low. Now 2-1 the count. We've seen almost every single pitcher now so far this season. Pitch fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Halter. Pickney on first. 1 out here in the top of the second.
Alex, you bring up a good point about how the Gatemen have used every single pitcher that's currently here on their staff in a game so far. So no rookies at this point, 5 games in.
Benecki deals, runner goes. A 2-2 pitch cut on him as the throw down to second base is going to be not in time. The speed of Pickney showing off once again. Beat out a bunt single, and now a stolen bag on the night. But 2 away now in the top of the second. Well, here's Cross Factor with 2 away. The Gatemen do lead 2-0 in The top half of the second inning.
Pinckney's first bag of the season after taking 7 this spring at Alabama.
Mckenzie deals the pitch low. 1-0 the count. It's a factor. The 1-0 pitch inside. Now 2-0 the count, and I spoke with Luke earlier today. He has a 4-seam curveball slider and circle change in his pitch arsenal. Runner on second, 2 away here in the top of the second. The 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Now 2-1 the count. No rain tonight in the forecast, but there is an overcast sky and a chilly night for the 3rd night in a row. Tomorrow's not going to get any warmer. The 2-1 pitch caught out and missed, 2-2. The high at game time of the second game of the doubleheader against Chatham is supposedly be right around 55 degrees, not including the wind, though. A little different from South Carolina.
Like we said, not going to be a fun day at the ballpark when it comes to the weather.
The 2-2 pitch. If foul out of play, we'll do it again.
In Beneke's first appearance of the summer back on opening day, tossed 3 innings of relief action and struck out 4 in that 1-run performance. Meanwhile, tonight, he's at an inning and 2/3, and he's totaled 3 strikeouts.
Pinckney on second, 2 outs. Here in the top half of the second inning. The 2-2 pitch popped him up. Going to be a tough play. Houses are drifting back now, calling off both Robertson and Clark to make the play and to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Gateman. Stay with us on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
We appreciate and thank the sponsors who support the Cape League and the 10 teams. Our corporate sponsors are the financial backbone of the league. It is with their support that we are able to preserve our long-standing tradition of providing the best family entertainment here on Cape Cod, free of charge. On behalf of the 9 other teams, the Wareham Gatemen, league officers, and the entire Cape League family, we would like to announce and thank our 2022 corporate sponsors. With much appreciation, we recognize the Yawkey Foundation, Gibson Sotheby's, Curry College, the 99 Restaurants, Coca-Cola Bottling of Cape Cod, Badger Sport, Zephyr Hats, Cape Cod 5 Cents Saving Bank, Milton Cat, Mosquito Marys, Massachusetts State Lottery. We will be back to you in the next inning for the second half of this outstanding list of loyal sponsors.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including 5th-year master's programs at curry.edu.
Well, welcome back to Spillane Field. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, and Claire Foley with you here tonight. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Cole Elvis, Michael Robertson, and Blake Wright due up for the Gatemen. They do have a 2-0 lead coming into this half inning. Ike Buxton back on the mound for his second inning of work, looking to try to settle down here on the mound. First pitch, low, now 1-0 the count to Elvis.
Elvis, a player who's seen limited action in that 3-man catching rotation for the Gatemen, but it totaled the first multi-hit game of the summer.
1-0, that was lined, but past the glove of Walsh into right field for a base hit. So once again, the Gatemen start off the inning with a runner on base, continuing just getting the bats consistently to where they are expected to be.
Cole Elvis went 2 for 3 back on Monday night. And now here tonight he's 1 for 1. That's a 750 hitter on the year.
Well, here's Michael Robertson, who pinch hit in last night's game against Brewster late in the game. Didn't find a hit, but this is his first time seeing game action in over a year, so I'm sure kind of nice to get back into a game routine, start the lineup, and just to start fresh. The first pitch taken low. Now 1-0 the count. Playing center field tonight. That's a big spot for him. More of a familiar role for sure.
And Robertson's a player who last night was his first game since his senior year of high school. Missed all of 2022 at Florida.
The 1-0 pitch, taken for a strike.
And I'm sure that's hard for him because you go straight from high school, you deal with injury all season long and don't get to see in-game action. And now you come to the Cape League where you're consistently facing teams from around the country. They're number 1 or number 2 guy.
But ranked one of the top 100 prospects in the country by perfect game as that pitch taken. Now 1-2 the count on the lefty, Robertson at the plate. And I had the chance to interview Michael Robertson, a part of the Opening the Gates podcast heading into this season. And that's someone who lives just so close to the Florida Gators campus. So a hometown kid wanted to play there. The pitch cut out and missed, so Robertson goes down swinging. But again, pretty cool for him to get the opportunity to play for the Gators. And I'm sure, obviously looking forward to actually playing a game, even though he definitely enjoyed being around that team this year.
And from one guy who stayed in state to another Florida native who went, roughly 12 hours up the coast, here's Blake Wright out of Clemson.
Well, Wright walked in the first and scored one of the 2 runs that put the Gatemen ahead here early in this game. Elvis on first, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Buxton delivers a first pitch swing, gets a piece of it, fouls behind home. So Wright behind here, 0-1.
Curveball inner half the plate that I'm sure Wright thought had a little bit more run on it, but instead it stayed on that inner third, almost on the chalk line of the batter's box. Just trying to catch a piece of it.
Buxton holding the glove right under his chin, now comes set right under the letters. The 0-1 pitch to Wright, hit well into right. Pinkney drifting back on the track, dives, can't make the play. The ball goes straight to the wall. Rounding second and cruising into third, standing up is Elvis. Stopping at second with a 1-out double is Blake Wright. And once again, the Gatemen have runners on second and third with only 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Great swing from Blake Wright. He goes oppo taco into the corner of right field. And now 2 men are in scoring position for Hogan Windish, who had a nice single back in the first. Left the fastball up and away on him, did Buxton, and Blake Wright made him pay. The first pitch he saw was an inside breaking ball that he tipped away. This one, though, Buxton tries switching to the opposite half of the plate, and it cost him.
Here's Hogan Windish, already has a hit on the night and a run scored for himself. With the speed from Wright on second base, anything out of the infield he would guess would score 2 here, which would ultimately put the Gatemen up 4-0 here in the bottom of the second. But they already do have a 2-0 lead. So Buxton set once again. The pitch, that one a chopper right to Ahuna at short, who makes a long throw to first, but it's going to be not in time. Elvis scores easily, and now the Gatemen take a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the second.
Elvis came home to score. That was going to be a tough play for Ahuna to make. In any case, he threw it off his back foot. Really a Jeter-like play at short for you Yankee fans. And like I said, a great player. I think he's one of the best players on the field tonight. But even the best, we're going to struggle with that one.
Well, here's one of the best that we haven't seen yet from him. Suffered with just bad luck. Had a line out that right at Walsh in the bottom half of the first. And that first pitch he sees is cut on and missed. So 0-1 the count here to Max Anderson. First and third with 1 away. Here in the bottom of the second, the Gatemen have a 3-0 lead.
It's a 100-foot HDMI cable.
The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. A good stop there from Kozart behind the plate. The 1-1 pitch, low, now 2-1.
Like you said, Alex, a tough run of luck for Max Anderson so far this season. Not only coming into this game, but it's even carried over today. A liner right to the first baseman that would have gone down the line into the corner of right field, but he just ran into a defensive player.
2-1 pitch, a soft grounder over to Ahuna, looking to turn two, toss it to Halter, on to first, in time to turn a 6-4-3 double play to get out of the jam. But one run does come across the plate to score and give the Gatemen a 3-0 lead. We head to the top of the third. Stay with us right here on the Wareham Gatemen Broadcast Network.
Fans looking for Wareham jerseys, shirts, and hats?
Mosquito bites and ticks. No, yikes! When the bugs get scary, just call Mosquito Mary's 866 Ask Mary or visit us at mosquitomarys.com.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls, piled high on a grilled brioche and served hot buttered or just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal.
Three 0 Gatemen as we head to the top of the third. Luke Beneke back on for his third inning of work. Cade, the offense again breaking out again here tonight.
They really are, and this is a Gateman team that took a while to get the sticks going, but boy, once they did, the train has not stopped at any station since. It's blown right through Hyannis. It made a stop last night at Brewster, and here it is returning back home to Spillane, and it looks like it's going to keep on chugging.
Well, here's Kozart to lead things off.
Talented catcher out of NC State.
Calls time. Meneke's been ready to throw the first pitch this inning for about 15 seconds. And the first pitch almost slumping in a little bit, pushing Kozart off the plate. Oh, 1-0 the count. Lefty Jacob Kozart. Meneke delivers. That pitch fouled away down the third base side, out of play.
You can keep that foul ball courtesy of Glenn Hannington.
Anthony Mckenzie on deck. Both Kozart and Mckenzie, just the only Commodores we haven't seen have a plate appearance yet tonight. The pitch in there for a called strike.
Let's see if we get this up right now.
Beneke ahead here, 1-2.
Looking for his fourth strikeout.
The 1-2 pitch, fouled straight back up behind home. We'll do the 1-2 again. The wind picking up here from Spillane Field. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw with you. The 1-2 pitch, low, now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lefty Cole's right at the plate. Game time temperature sitting around just 65 degrees. The 1-2 pitch, low, now 2-2 the count. The wind about 11 miles an hour, blowing from left to right, as you can see it. The flags, right center field. The payoff pitch, that one fouled straight back once again. Well, a good at bat here from Kozart, Cade.
It really is. Like I said, he's a talented player from a Wolfpack team that just missed the NCAA tournament, but he's also the first hitter today to take Beneke to a full count.
The 3-2 pitch stays high. So Kozart works a walk. That's the first walk given up by Beneke here tonight.
Now batting the left fielder from Sam Houston State, number 1, Anthony Mckenzie.
Well, here's Anthony Mckenzie, the left fielder.
But it's weird.
Here tonight, the Commodores.
One great spot from to see from Beneke. He's gone his first 5 innings of Cape Cod baseball without allowing his first walk until moments ago.
Mckenzie going old school. Wearing the old-fashioned stirrups, but drops a bunt down, but right to Beneke. Looks to throw to first in time. Oh, fielder's choice put out. 1-3 put out. Advancing to second base is Jacob Kozart. Well, first runner in scoring position for Falmouth. For Alex Mooney. Grounded out to Anderson at third to start off the game back in the top of the first.
Banning taking a little bit longer than usual. One thing I just like to see from there, Alex, he just smiled when he got the signal from Elvis.
0-1, bouncing into Elvis. A good block there. No advancement from Kozart on second base there. And, you know, I haven't asked, but I'm interested to see how exactly they do call their own pitches. I don't think they use any pitch comm technology. The 1-1 pitch popped him up, but making its way in foul territory. Beneke ahead here. One ball, 2 strikes. To the righty, Mooney at the plate. The pitch in the dirt. 1-2 the count.
Beneke's got a battle here. He's working around a runner in scoring position, like you alluded to, Alex, with the lone man at second. He's got a 3-run lead, which is a nice cushion to have this early in a ball game, but you definitely don't want to give in and have your lead dwindle.
A 2-2 pitch. A chopper down the third base side. Anderson will make the long throw to first in time. 2 away.
Mooney now 0 for 2 today, both ground outs to Anderson. Alex, while he may still be struggling offensively, a cannon of an arm on the hot corner for the Omaha native.
Well, here's Maui Ohuna. After O'Brien made the play at first, he did try to get Kozart, who got a little bit of a lead at second base, but he was safe. Well, he's on second with 2 away. Here in the top of the third, it's a 3-0 Gateman lead. First pitch taken low and inside. Now the check back to second, now caught in a rundown, but advancing to third easily is going to be Jacob Kozart, who was stealing third, and by the time that Elvis could get down the throw to right at second, he was already almost at third base.
Heads up play from Kozart. He knew that the throw may come back down to second. He just faked a quick move back. And for him to be confident enough in his speed to still beat the play over to third, heads up baseball right there.
Beneke deals the 1-0 pitch, cut on a miss. Nasty breaking ball there. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Thank you for joining us. Alongside Cade, Crenshaw, and Claire Foley, I'm Alex Feuz, and we are dealing with some technical difficulties with our video stream, and we hope to have that up to you very soon. The 1-1 pitch, just outside, now 2-1 the count. Jacob Kozart on third for Falmouth. With 2 away here in the top of the third, the Gatemen do have a 3-0 lead. Beneke set at the waist. The 2-1 pitch stays low, now 3-1 the count. Decent crowd on hand. Even a lot of fans in the bleachers here tonight over the left field fence. The 3-1 pitch stays in for a called strike. Ohuna thought that was ball 4. Now we'll have to face the payoff pitch incoming here from Beneke.
First weekend game of the season, Alex. You figured there would be a larger than normal crowd here tonight, and that's definitely the case. They're scattered all around the ball field.
The payoff pitch, got him swinging to end it. We head to the bottom of the third. It's a 3-0 Gateman lead. Stay with us right here on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gateman and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest in foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gateman.
For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com. Your area cat dealer. Milton Cat, the Cape and Islands Caterpillar dealer, is proud to be a sponsor of today's game.
Gibson Sotheby's International Realty is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League, offering residential sales and vacation rentals across the Cape. We help you turn someday into right now. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark. We get to the bottom of the third. It's a 3-0 Gateman lead. It will be Kellum Clark, Tora Montgomery, and Jack Hausinger. All three batters have already reached base so far tonight. And in a 3-0 game here, Cade obviously looking to extend that lead to get it even more comfortable. But what have you seen that surprised you here tonight?
I think it's been an all-around effort that surprised me the most, Alex. You look, the first time through the order for this Gateman team, we've seen not one, not two, not three, but 5 different players with base hits in this ballgame. It's not just one player carrying the team, much like this guy at the plate did 2 nights ago with 3 doubles in Kellum Clark. But this has been an all-around effort so far offensively.
Clark walked back in the first. Buxton back on the mound for his third inning of work. First pitch cut on and missed. Well, Buxton ahead here, 0-1 the count. Clark, a player that Gateman fans are familiar with. Saw him last season. Appeared in over 20 games. The Gateman, that one hit well, but fouled down the left field side of play.
Joanne Stevenson with Berkshire Hathaway and Robert Paul Properties brings over 21 years.
Not afraid to go find that corner of right field with his lefty bat, and he's got the power to do it.
You were catching him?
Watching, I should say.
I was going to say, I thought you might have been like shagging fly balls in the outfield or something. The 0-2 to Clark stays outside, now 1-2 the count.
It's kind of like, did you catch the game? Did you watch the game?
I didn't catch the game. I watched the game. Well, Buxton ahead here. Now covers his face with the glove and delivers a 1-2 pitch, a chopper over to Ohuna, who has been seeing a lot of baseballs here today, but makes it this time over to Walsh. Oh, 1 away. Usually third base is the hot corner of the infield, but tonight Ohuna seeing a lot of balls hit his way.
He finished off the second with a 6-4-3 double play. And so far tonight, the Gatemen had put the leadoff batter on in each of the first 2 innings. They fell to here in the third. We'll see how that changes the offensive rhythm.
Well, here's Montgomery. He's singled back in the first inning. And, okay, this is interesting to me. I know we were talking before the game before we got the lineup from Coach Shapiro, if Montgomery was going to be in it as he sees a first pitch strike, because this is the first time we've seen Montgomery play for the Gatemen back-to-back nights in the lineup.
It really has. And he had a great ball game last night, but you just had to wonder, well, does he let him try to continue in that rhythm, or does he let him ride that high a little bit, soak it all in for a game, and then go back after it?
Pitch caught on a miss. Now behind here, 0-2, and between Connor O'Brien and Tor Montgomery, those two had been splitting a lot of time at first base, and that one ricocheted into the dugout of Falmouth. On the third base side, we'll do the 0-2 again, but I know I told you this. If you go 3 for 5 and have the big hits, the clutch hits late in the game that put your team up not once but twice, the home run and the go-ahead single in the 8th inning, you have to be in the lineup the next game. 0-2 pitch. A little slow grounder over to Halter at second, who makes a throw to Walsh in time. The second out of the inning.
The first inning, 7 Gateman batters had a plate appearance. In the second frame, we saw 5 batters come to the plate. So far, it looks like Buxton started to settle in now in the third frame, a quick 2 up, 2 down.
Well, here's Hausinger. Singled in the first. With nobody on and 2 away. First pitch swinging, lines that to left. It will dunk in for a base hit right in front of Mckenzie, and the ball gets away from him. And now backing him up is Factor. So Hausinger will go to second on a base hit and an E7 to reach second base.
What it looked like to me was Mckenzie charged on the ball. He let it drop at his feet, and then a bit of a gust of wind or maybe even a weird hop just skipped it right underneath his glover as he thought it was coming up on him off the hop. And then it trailed back probably a good 7 or 8 feet behind him, and the center fielder, Factor, had to run over in coverage behind him and make the play just like that, a single in the first error of the ball game.
Well, that sends up Connor O'Brien to the plate. Lined out to Halter, and that ultimately turned into a double play. First pitch swinging comes up empty. 0-1 the count now. And we've seen almost every single hitter. It almost feels like, I don't have the exact statistic here, but at least over 75% of the batters so far that have swung at the first pitch they've seen. The 0-1 pitch here to O'Brien. Pitch in the dirt. A good stop there from Kozart, so no advancement from Hausinger on second.
Like I said, 5 of 9 hitters in the order have at least 1 hit, and 2 of them have 2.
2 away here in the bottom of the third. It's a 3-0 Gateman lead. Buxton now set under the letters. The 1-1 low, now 2-1 to count. Now Buxton just trying to slow the game down to his pace, taking his time here. Now comes set. The 2-1 pitch stays outside, now 3-1 the count. Cole Elvis singled and scored back into second on deck. Buxton giving a look back to second, nobody covering the pitch. In there for a strike. Now 3-2 the count.
O'Brien back in the first, a first pitch swing. That was a liner right to the first baseman, resulting in a double play.
Buxton set. Now the payoff pitch, O'Brien gets past Kozart, so O'Brien works a walk, but moving to second on the pass ball is Jack Hausinger. The Gatemen have first and third with 2 away, with Cole Elvis at the plate.
For a player who hasn't seen much playing time, Alex, I think this is the exact guy Gateman fans would want at the dish right now. Cole Elvis has been his most successful here at home. He had a multi-hit game back on Monday, and so far tonight he's 1 for 1 with a base hit back in the second inning. That was just a little liner, soft blooper shot, if you will, into shallow right field.
First and third with 2 away. The first pitch to Elvis is taken low, so 1-0 the count. With 3 catchers on the team, Elvis splitting time with all 3 of them. First and third, 1 out, or 2 away. The 1-0 pitch outside, now 2-0 the count. If you're now watching the YouTube stream, we have video.
Apologies for the technical difficulties, but when you're working in live TV plus baseball, something's bound to go wrong every now and then.
So as you can tell, we're at the bottom of the third. The Gatemen have a 3-0 lead. A quick mound visit there between Cozart and Buxton. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, and Claire Foley on the broadcast for you tonight. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. The 2-0 pitch to Elvis, taken for a strike. 2-1 the count.
The bottom of the order last night for the Gatemen. 5 hits in 13 plate appearances.
2-1 taken low. Down 2-2 the count. And Elvis frustrated with that call. Was hoping stay outside, be a 3-1 count, but instead now 2-2 and have to fight to stay alive here. The 2-2 pitch, chopper down the first base side, but in foul territory. Buxton set. A 2-2 pitch in there for called strike 3 to end the inning. Now the Commodores get out of the jam. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left. Now we head to the top of the 4th at the 3-0 Gatemen lead. Stay with us on the Broadcast Network.
Mark Deshays has been practicing law in southeastern Massachusetts for over 30 years. His primary focus is on all aspects of real estate law, including residential and commercial real estate transactions, commercial leasing, land development, land use and zoning law, and land conservation matters. If you need representation, call now at 508-993-2300.
We want our money to work as hard for us when we retire as we did working to accumulate it. My name is Steve Anzoni, and I am president of Fairway Financial Insurance Agency. Money is just a tool to help you to do what you ultimately want to do, which is to travel, spend time with your kids, grandkids, and do other stuff. And I want to be the guy that's going to help you navigate the course of life, to help you avoid those sand traps and get you onto the green and into the hole with greater financial confidence.
Well, welcome back. We get to the top of the 4th inning. It's 3-0 Gatemen, and this is our first start of the inning that we are back on the YouTube stream. Live TV, like you said, Cade, sometimes technical difficulties happen, but we're here.
Indeed we are, and you look at the night that Luke Beneke has had in his first start of the summer. It made 3 innings of relief work back on Sunday, but he gets the start today, and well, so far, Alex, he's really impressed me. 3 innings of a start tonight. He's back out for his 4th. He's allowed just 1 hit with no runs.
So if you are sitting around tonight and enjoying this Gatemen broadcast on a perfect Saturday night, be sure to get some popcorn. I know I got mine. Already, we'll be Braden Taylor, Jacob Wash, and Andrew Pickney due up. 4th inning of work here from Luke Beneke on the mound. Beneke set, and the first pitch taken low. Well, what another count, and I mean, Beneke has been phenomenal so far tonight.
Indeed he has. 4 strikeouts, just 1 walk on the evening. That brings his season total to 8 strikeouts, that being the only walk.
1-0 pitch. Hit well, but in foul territory, right near the first base dugout. We mentioned it during the radio broadcast, but I'm not sure if you're watching this stream, you can see it is a somewhat windy night at the park with an overcast sky above. No rain in the forecast, though. It was a 1-1 hit well but foul on the right field side of play, right near the Wareham bullpen. And they've been loud so far tonight, cheering on their guy and Luke Beneke, and of course the offense that has really supported them the last few games.
It really has. Like I said earlier on, Alex, so far it's been an all-team effort for this 3-run lead.
Beneke deals a 1-2 pitch, popped him up out of play, and we'll do the 1-2 again. And wind really picking up, blowing from left to right now, almost swirling earlier on tonight. That one, a deep drive to right. Clark drifting back on the track is going to be over the fence and gone out of the ballpark. A solo shot by Braden Taylor, and that closes in the Gateman lead. Now just a 3-1 game.
Taylor's second home run so far in just his third game of the summer, Alex. He's been hot at the dish, but also for Luke Beneke. He's now given up 2 runs on the season, both of which have been solo homers.
Well, here's Jacob Walsh. Now just a 3-1 Gateman lead now. Beneke set and delivers. The first pitch, a high fly ball to right field, not too deep. Now Robertson coming in, charging it to make the play. Oh, one away.
If you're Luke Beneke and you look at your first 2 summer appearances, if the only negative connotation you can take from it is you had 2 mistake pitches you wish you could have back, that's a huge win for him because he's stepping up against some of the best talent in the country. If he's only having 2 pitches he wishes he could have back, hey, it's a good day at the ball field.
Well, Andrew Beneke climbs in. Right-hander batter's box. Behind here, 0-1. Beneke delivers that one, a slow grounder over to Hausinger at second. Take his time to throw to first base to O'Brien for the second out of the inning.
Most important thing for me, Alex, is watching how Beneke responds on the bump. You give up the solo blast to lead off the frame and cut the lead down to 2, but then you get two quick ABs, a fly out and a ground out. Now there's 2 down, you're almost out of the inning.
Crucial. And again, Beneke quickly working, covering back the glove over his face, almost in frustration, and focusing on his concentration here to Colby Halter. First pitch low. 1-0 the count now. There is some movement in the Gateman pen. Coach Shapiro likes to sort of keep to a 4 to 5 inning limit. There's a pitch outside. 2-0 the count.
That's Cam Wagoner out of Eastern Michigan, the right-hander, starting to get warm in the Gateman pen and right. Only one Wareham starter has gone more than 4 innings so far this season, Alex. That's opening day, and Michael Sanson with 5.
2-0 pitch incoming here. The pitch cut out and miss. Well, Beneke trying to battle back here. Halter struck out swinging back in the second inning. A 2-1 pitch, stays high, now 3-1 the count.
Tossing the off speed, see if he would try to chase after it up and away, but Halter holds back, and like you said, that's just strike 1, so Beneke's got to battle back here.
A 3-1 pitch, in there for a strike, now 3-2.
Good response for him there, sends the fastball in the outer corner in this righty on lefty matchup.
Beneke delivers a payoff pitch, hit well. We'll see if it stays in fair territory. Wind is charging in foul territory. Can't make the play. We'll do the 3-2 again. All three, Windish, Anderson, and Wright, ran over in foul territory down the left field side trying to make the play.
They ran as hard as they could before they finally just ran out of room and it landed on the fencing.
So Halter will now take his time. Have a few practice swings and
Boy, Benecke's ready, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the one mistake pitch, and that was to Brandon Taylor earlier this inning. The 3-2 stays high. That's just the second walk of the game for Benecke. Oh, 2 away, though. Here's Cross Factor. The Gatemen have now out-hit, though, Falmouth, and our Coach Shapiro making a call to the bullpen now. Oh, we'll have new information on the new Gateman pitcher after this break. Stay with us on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
Serving southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, Office Technology Group has been the area's source for advanced digital multifunctional copiers since 2009. Call Office Technology Group at 508-858-5825.
South Coast Health Operators of Charlton Memorial, St. Luke's, and Toby Hospitals delivers an unmatched combination of clinical excellence with a personal touch. They are proud to serve as southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island's only not-for-profit health system, as well as the region's largest employer. South Coast Healthcare, plus something more.
Reed Custom Soils is New England's leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installations and is the exclusive New England supplier of stabilized stone dust. Reed Custom Soils services over 300 golf courses and provides unique blends to fit your needs, all by experienced precision blenders. To learn more about how Reed Custom Soils can serve you, call toll-free 1-800-924-5335 or head to reedcustomsoils.com.
Soft as a Grape has 10 retail locations on Cape Cod. So even when you're cheering on your Gatemen at any away games, stop into a Soft as a Grape store for the best Cape Cod products. No trip to the Cape is complete without a trip to Soft as a Grape.
The law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Well, new pitcher on the mound for the Gatemen is right-hander Cameron Wagner from Eastern Michigan. Comes into a spot in relief for Luke Benecke, who is responsible for the runner on first and Colby Halter, so we'll wait to give you the final line for Luke. But Cameron Wagner, only pitch against Bourne so far this season, has pitched in an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, one of those earned with a walk and a strikeout. He'll face Cross Factor now with 2 away, with Halter on first. Wagner delivers a pitch outside. Elvis had to reach over and almost right behind the right-hander's batter's box to make sure it didn't get past him, and Halter couldn't advance.
Wagner's a pitcher who did not see any game action this past spring due to injury, so that Tuesday matchup against Bourne, or Monday I should say against Bourne, that was his first game in almost 2 years.
Well, runner goes, but a foul ball down the left field side.
Wagner just needs one.
Wagner's set right below the letters. The 1-1 pitch hit well, but in foul territory down the left field side of play. Well, Halter on first, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. It's a 3-1 Gateman lead. I was talking with Coach Shapiro earlier today about just the cold weather we've been having, and the 1-2. That pitch cut out and miss. And the throw down the second base is not in time, but it doesn't matter. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's a 3-1 Gateman lead. The Commodores tag on a 1 run on a solo shot. But we head to the bottom of the fourth.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile believes that when small towns thrive, America thrives. That's why they're investing billions to bring fast, reliable, and affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to find out more.
Bottom of the fourth inning we go. It's a 3-1 Gateman lead. And Cade, this offense, I know we've been saying it all night long, but in the first 3 games they struggled, right? Only hit 128 in the first 3 games, but they've really turned it around in the next 3.
They really have, Alex, and tonight is no different. 3 runs off of 7 hits so far in the first 3 innings. When you look back at how this Gateman team started, they had 7 hits through their first 3 games of the season. And now here tonight, 7 in the first 3 frames. Meanwhile, we've got a new man on the bump for Falmouth.
Well, Michael Robertson, Blake Wright, and Hogan Windish due up. Robertson struck out swinging back in the second inning.
Now batting, the center fielder from Florida, number 35, Michael Robertson.
A Florida right-hander on the bump there, Alex, and Ryan Schlater making his season debut. Just added to the team a little while ago, so he was not on our roster sheet. So we had to maneuver things just a little bit. Once again, it's live television, it's live baseball. You
gotta
piece
love
together
it.
as we can go. Welcome to summer ball. Show and go.
Slayer delivers the pitch, a pitch inside to lefty Robertson and
Pair of
product out of
Gators.
Florida. Yeah, facing off against each other, and both of Robertson's first start of the season and obviously their first appearance that went line, and but right at Taylor. The first out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Michael Robertson seems to be just a little bit late to the party, but he started this season as much as his Gateman teammates did. Just a little bit of bad luck. Struck out back in the second, and that was a stolen base that was, or excuse me, a base hit that was stolen from him.
Well, here's Blake Wright, first time leading off for the Gateman this season, but has reached base both times at the plate. Walked in the first and doubled in the second. Pitch. Got on a miss. Now Owen won the count.
I think Harvey Shapiro's going to have a good problem on his hands in identifying who he wants his leadoff hitter to be game in and game out.
0-1. Low, now 1-1 the count.
Jack Hallison did a good job for roughly a 3-game stretch there in the leadoff spot. Got on base plenty of times, and now here's Blake Wright. Walked in the first and doubled in the second. He's a leadoff hitter who also has a tendency for power.
In there for a strike.
Hit 11 homers this spring at Clemson in just a sophomore season.
Obviously, like you said, it's a good problem to have, right? To identify who exactly, not even just leading off, but who's in the lineup tonight. Obviously, Torrin Montgomery forced him into the lineup. That pitch cut out and missed. Nasty breaking pitch there from Slayer, and the throw down to first base is going to be in time, so now 2 away.
Now batting, the left
Well, here's Hogan Windish, 2 for 2 with 2 base hits tonight.
That hit streak and on base streak extended to 6 games now for Windish, each and every contest so far this season.
Two quick outs. Here in the bottom of the fourth, it's a 3-1 Gateman lead. Pitch cut out and missed. Oh, Windish behind now, 0-1. Oh, 1 taken for a strike. Now Windish behind here, 0-2. The Gatemen did score first here tonight, and they haven't lost a game when they've done so, and the pitch bouncing in. 1-2 the count.
Final line on Falmouth starter Ike Buxton tonight. 3 innings. He would give up 7 hits with 3 runs, all of which were earned, 3 walks, and a pair of strikeouts.
1-2 pitch. Got him swinging to end it. Oh, first 1-2-3 inning for Falmouth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Way to the top of the 5th. It's still a 3-1 game. Stay with us.
If you or a family member have been hurt at work, don't wait for the insurance company to discontinue your benefits or deny you medical treatment. Get an experienced workers' compensation attorney now before it's too late. The lawyers at Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP, have been practicing workers' compensation law for many years and are experts in the field of workers' compensation law. Having the advantage of retaining an attorney early on may make all the difference in your case. Know your rights. Be prepared and contact Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP today. The firm is located at 267 Main Street in Wareham and 2318 Acushnet Avenue in New Bedford. Call 508-295-0286 or visit their website www.rkm-law.com.
Top of the 5th, almost halfway through the game. It will be Factor, Gozart, Mckenzie, and Mooney due up. Cameron Wagner back on for his 2nd inning of work.
First full inning. Came in to inherit a base runner back in the 4th at first base, and he would strike out Factor to close it out. That's Cam Wagner's 2nd strikeout of the season. So now we see his first full work of action.
Pitch to Kozart. And their first strike. "3-1 Gateman. Here at the top of the 5th. The pitch bounced straight back upstairs. Hitting off a pole, it seemed like.
You heard that noise, didn't you?
Wagner's set. Now delivers the 0-2 pitch. That one lined up the middle right. Will play it on a hop and make the throw to first base in time. Their first out here in the 5th.
That was not going to be just a routine play for Blake Wright, I don't think. He took a rear hop as it just landed on the edge of the infield grass right before it hit that stone dirt infield. And on that little piece of transition land between the grass to the dirt, it bounced over to his left, so he had to quickly range with his glove hand to snag it, still would make the throw.
Well, here's Anthony Mckenzie. Grounded out to the pitcher, back in the 3rd on a fielder's choice, 1-3. That one, another chopper up the middle, this time on the right side. Hausinger will range to his left and throw to first base in time. 2 quick outs to start the 5th. Cameron Wagner can kind of take a deep breath, now settling in into this game here in the top of the 5th.
When you have a middle infield like Hausinger and Wright have played so far this season, Alex, it's going to give pitchers a little bit more confidence on the bump because they know that a ball up the middle isn't a guaranteed hit.
Wagner delivers a pitch low, so 1-0 the count, and that's exactly what Luke Beneke said to me earlier today. He's like, we get to face the best hitters, but also have an unbelievable defense behind us, and it just makes it so much easier that you can come out of the pen and have the trust. And the pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the righty Mckenzie. Mooney, excuse me. A 2-0 pitch, in there for a strike.
It's going to be tough for Mooney to break the trend he's been in tonight. A pair of ABs and a pair of groundouts for Wagner, a guy who doesn't leave too much up in the zone. He's going to throw down in that lower half of the strike zone against hitters.
A 2-1 pitch to Mooney, fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
Mooney, a Duke Blue Devil.
Of talent from Duke University this summer in the Cape.
There is a team that won the ACC tournament last year.
Pitch just inside. So Mooney now working at full.
Didn't quite have the season they were looking for this time around, but still a great win last year in Charlotte that really put that program on the right track.
Well, Wagner set. Delivers a payoff pitch. A high fly ball, now staying in the infield though. Right now drifting in, leaps to make the play at the shortstop hole. Oh, 1, 2, 3, go the Commodores. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a 3-1 Gateman lead. Stay with us on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
Continuing with our corporate sponsors, we also want to recognize and thank Franklin Sports, Cape Destinations, Sullivan Tire, Highline Cruises, Barnstable Bat, Sunderland Printing, Axis Bats, Cape Space, Christmas Tree Shops, OOFOS, T-Mobile, Boston Better Business Bureau, Fairway Financial, Rogers Gray, and of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support.
Gateman Baseball is officially sponsored by Robertson's GMC, the truck professionals. Located just 2 miles away on Cranberry Highway, Robertson's GMC, we are professional grade, power like a pro.
Bottom of the 5th inning. Here live from Spillane Field, Alex Feuz and Cade Crenshaw and Claire Foley will join us in just a couple of moments after this half inning as our sideline reporter. It is a 3-1 Gateman lead, and while the offense started off hot, they've settled down, and really the pitching has been the bright spot so far from Falmouth as we've continued in this game.
Yeah, Falmouth, a team that's still looking for their first win of the season, Alex. They come in 0-4. And 1 on the year, but Ike Buxton, their starter, tough go. 3 innings, 7 hits with 3 earned runs. But since you've got a guy in Shaley who's stepped up, and he set down the Gateman 1, 2, 3 in order for the first time today.
Well, Hogan Windish will be the first batter. Max Anderson, Kellum Clark, and Montgomery due up this inning. The 1-1 pitch, fouled straight back, now 1-2 the count to Anderson. Anderson has really had the tough go of things. The luck not been on his side, especially tonight. Lined out and grounded into a double play. So made a hard contact that he needs. The 1-2 pitch, fouled away once again. So again, the statistics, the analytics of the game of baseball will show that it's not like he's going up there 0 for 20 with 20 strikeouts. He's making hard contact just right at guys.
I'll be anxious to see after the game, Alex, for the outs that Max Anderson has accounted for, how many of them have been balls put in play?
1-2, fouled away, and we'll figure that out. One-two pitch incoming here. That one hit well to right. Pickney drifting over. It will get down and go all the way right near the Gateman bullpen. Rounding first and cruising into second is Max Anderson. Talking about due, Anderson was due, comes up big, leads off the inning, and scoring position quickly for the Gateman.
Just his second hit of the summer, first for extra bases. We talk about Max Anderson, how he just had a bad string of luck, and you can say that as many times as you want. You can almost really just beat it into the ground, and it sounds like a broken record that has a scratch in it. But Anderson finally, maybe it's what Torn Montgomery did last night. That's the breakthrough he was looking for.
A lot of these hitters have had so much angst around them. They want to be successful in the Cape. This is the cream of the crop of talent for college baseball players. A lot of these players go on to just have successful baseball careers, and everyone wants their name included with those. And the pitch gets away from Kozart, moving to third. It's going to be Max Anderson, and now a runner just 90 feet away for the Gateman here in the bottom of the fifth with nobody out.
Now one thing all Clark has to do is lift it into the outfield skies, and he'll bring in the run.
Clark 0 for 1 with the walk. Came up huge for the Gateman 2 nights ago. 3 doubles in a row for Clark at the plate. Infield coming in here. The 1-0 pitch fouled away out of play. Even the count, 1-1 the count. Just looking to cut off a run here. A 3-1 game already in the bottom of the fifth. One pitch to Clark, stays inside. Right at the elbow area of Clark. We had to almost push back a little bit. Well, 2-1 the count to Clark. Infield remaining in, outfield playing straight away. And there for a strike, even the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch hit well to center field. Factor drifting back, now in, makes the play. Tagging is Anderson, and the play at the plate is going to be not in time, so it's a sac fly. And an RBI for Kellum Clark, and now that adds another run in the score column for the Gatemen as they take a 4-1 lead in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Boy, 4 runs on 8 hits, Alex. This team just continues to hit their stride, and the bases are clear with 1 away for a player who found it last night, kept it going over in the first with an RBI hit. It's Torn Montgomery, who's 1 for 2.
So 1 away and already a run scored here in the bottom of the fifth. Montgomery looking to already add himself into the hit column. Did so tonight, singled in the first. First pitch taken low outside. Tough pitch to take if you're Montgomery, that's for sure. He's really been a lot more patient at the plate. 1-0, went the other way with it, hit well to right field, but drifting right off the fence area near the Gateman bullpen. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yes, Montgomery homered last night. A dead shot straight to center field, went about roughly 395 feet. But we've seen also him be a true contact hitter, which is rare for just someone who obviously has the pure power.
And that's exactly the case, Alex. Well, here at Blaine Field, it's just 365 out to right center.
1-1, a high fly ball, not deep, staying in the infield, now drifting all the way back now. Pickney will be there to make the play as it wouldn't carry that one. You could almost have a dinner on that fly ball.
That's a new one, Alex.
Now batting, the second baseman from Xavier.
Well, here's Jack Hausinger. Struggled in the leadoff spot. Oh, Coach Shapiro said, okay, we'll move you down in the order around the 6th spot in the lineup, and 2 for 2 with 2 base hits so far in the night, and obviously a little less pressure on him when you move down lower in the order.
Also picked up an RBI in the first.
First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1 the count. We'll keep it here after this inning. The 1-0-1 pitch, now outside, now 1 ball, 1 strike. Lefty Hausinger, and we'll send it down to our Claire Foley on the sidelines after this half inning. She ended up talking with Mike Walsh, who is the unnamed closer of this team, has 2 saves as the check swing. Hausinger holds up on that one, now 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch. Low, now 3-1 the count. The 3-1 pitch up high, so Hausinger works a 2-out walk for Connor O'Brien. The 3rd time tonight, Hausinger's been on base.
Hausinger's a guy who just finds a way on the base paths, and that's why I really liked him in that leadoff spot for this team. But if you put him in the middle to the bottom of the order, he's going to be just a run producer at that point, because not only does he find a way on base, but it's either a free walk or a base hit. He's going to drive guys around from the top half.
The pitch lined up the middle and through for a base hit. Oh, Hausinger will stop at second. So again, the traffic on the base pass continuing here in the bottom of the 5th. 1st and 2nd with 2 away for the Gatemen.
9 hits now for Wareham. And it continues to be different players all throughout this lineup. Alex, top to bottom, 7 out of 9 hitters have at least one tonight.
So the infield pushing back now, just looking for any out at any base. 1st and 2nd, 2 away. Cole Elvis at the plate. Pitch way outside. Oh, what another count. Elvis got the inning started back in the 2nd, and he scored. At that moment in time, that gave him a 3-0 lead. Slater's set. The 1-0 pitch. Low. Now 2-0 the count to Elvis. Michael Robertson on deck. Slater's set at the waist. The 2-0 pitch. Fouled away. Now 2-1 the count.
It's now 33 pitches so far for Slater, 20 for strikes.
That one got fouled right to Torrin Montgomery in the Gateman dugout. He tosses the ball boy, but the ball boy dropped it, and Torrin Montgomery just patted his chest saying, "That was on me. That was on me." Team player, folks. 2-1 pitch. Hit well to center. Factor drifting to his right, now calling him off his pick knee to make the play to end the inning. The 1 run did score, and that gives the Gatemen a 4-1 lead, and we're going to keep it here and send it down to the field for Claire Foley, who ended up talking with Michael Walsh. Claire?
Alex, yes, I had the pleasure of talking to Michael Walsh earlier today, and he's a big personality, but also a force out on the field. He collected the save last night with 6 strikeouts, and he said it felt great to perform so well in front of his former team. And although he's coming from the bullpen and it's new to him, he said he really likes the adrenaline rush coming out and getting those big outs. He also filled us in on his nickname that he has, Jimmer, if you didn't know. And he said that comes from his teammates' neglect around the 3-point arc at the local YMCA. Guys.
A lot of personalities. Thanks, Claire. A lot of personalities on summer baseball teams, and we're finding out that Walshy is one of those guys.
He is, and I think one of my favorite parts of last night's ball game was afterwards talking to some guys in the bullpen, because we kept hearing this word echoing from right field, and it was the word DER, D-E-R. and they just said, throw the dirt, throw the dirt, throw the dirt. And initially, in the moment, it's just funny. But then when you really watch how Michael Walsh commands the mound, he's only a two-pitch guy, fastball and slider, and that slider is the dirt, right? So, and it's a nasty one, too, Alex. It's one of the best we've seen all summer. We talked about that a little bit in the pregame as well. But, you know, top to bottom for him, a great ball game last night. 2 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts. He did give up the 1 hit. So one Brewster Whitecap got lucky against their former teammate from last year, Michael Walsh. He's definitely been a bright spot for this Gateman bullpen. And, well, so far, Alex, it's still early to tell, but he's really named himself the unnamed closer for the group.
And he did mention in that time where he did talk to Claire, no, we were there too, and this is a new role for him. Never was a closer, but kind of likes it. He likes the intensity that comes with the, well, it's up to me type of mentality. Oh, as Wagner set, first pitch to Ahuna here to start the 6th is inside. Now 1-0 the count. Wagner delivers the pitch. Stays in there. Now 1-1 the count.
First time these two have faced off tonight. Ahuna struck out twice with Luke Beneke on the buck.
Wagner delivers a 1-1 pitch. Chopped foul. Right into the stands here down the left field side. Well, Wagner ahead here 1-2. Wagner has only thrown roughly 18 pitches, 12 of those strikes, 5 of them balls. So a strike thrower out of the pen makes Coach Shapiro's night a lot less hectic in the dugout. 1-2, stays high now, 2-2 the count. A few games in, we are really starting to figure out who are the best personalities on this team. Torrin Montgomery, a nice guy as that one stays outside, and we just saw it after he had just a great night at the plate, went 3 for 5, and you could see the relief on his smile just after he had the big night in the interview with Claire Foley after that game, as he was a South Coast player of the game, and the 3-2 in there for called strike 3. So Ahuna goes down looking. Big first out here in the 6th.
Boy, that's strange. Look at this, Alex. Ahuna wearing his regular field cap under the batting helmet. Yeah, like you said, Torrin Montgomery, just a huge smile guy. He seems like he just plays this game with a lot of joy, and there's not much that can get that kid down, especially with the start he had. I'm sure it was tough to stay positive at times, but when you finally break through in this league, and that at that point as a hitter, it reboosts your confidence because you know you can compete in this league against the best arms in the country collegiately. So that was important, I think, for Torrin last night to finally have that breakout game, and I think his emotion is going to be a little contagious to the rest of the group.
1-0 high, now 2-0 the count, and you can tell this is a tight-knit group quickly early on in the season.
Yes.
In their 6th game. Only lost 1 game so far. The 2-0 pitch in there for a strike, now 2-1 the count. And Braden Taylor. Taylor responsible for the only run of the night for the Commodores. Had a solo blast back in the 4th. Wagner delivers a 2-1 pitch in there for a strike. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the lefty at the plate.
Wagner looking for his 3rd strikeout.
The 2-2 pitch, just low. I think Wagner wanted that one, and see Coach Shapiro did too in the dugout. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The top of the 6th, the Gatemen lead at 4-1. The payoff pitch, that one line to right. It could drop in, and it does for a base hit. Well, Taylor, 2 for 3 on the night.
First hit allowed by Wagner since he came out of the pen with 2 down in the 4th.
Here's Jacob Walsh. Flew out to left and center so far tonight. wind now calming down a bit, but the temperature dropping. Wagner delivers that one off the glove and ricocheted, but Hausinger tried to play it and throws to first to get the out. But moving to second is Braden Taylor, and what a freak play. It bounced, ricocheted right off the glove of Wagner, and Hausinger was looking to turn two, already close to the second base bag, and had to switch and move back to make the throw off the ricochet and get to first base.
Heck of a play from Jack there at second base. Like you said, it took a few different hops, changed its direction a couple times. It almost looked like Bo Jackson running up the football field, left, right, before finally Hausinger was able to just stand in, stick the glove out, poke it out of the air, and somehow he still had time for the throw.
Well, here's Andrew Pinckney. Runner goes, and that will hit off the elbow of Pinckney. Oh, now first and third.
No, the runner has to return because he did not get to the bag before the ball hit it.
Oh, right. Well,
So,
big break.
Big break for the Gatemen. Unlucky break for Falmouth.
Sure. Well, first and second for Colby Halter.
It would have just been very, very close. Alan Hill, our third base umpire, was keeping an eye on it. And like I said, the play was dead once the ball hits the elbow pad of Pinckney. Therefore, if a runner, I should say, has not advanced entirely to their next bag, they return to their previous spot.
Well, here's Colby Halter. He's the tight run at the plate. First and second, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Commodores down by 3. Struck out swinging in the second and walked in the 4th. Wagner set. Not at the stretch. Pitch outside. 1-0 the count. Nobody up in the Gateman pen at this moment in time. So this is Wagner's inning. Giving a look back to second. Delivers a pitch in there for a strike. Even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Either Halter at the plate.
First time this season we've seen Wagner in extended action. Only through an inning in his only other appearance back on Monday night.
The 1-1 pitch hit the other way, but in foul territory.
And it's interesting to me as well, Alex, to see what Wareham pitching coach Eddie Marco is doing with his staff. He moves a guy who brought out of the bullpen on opening night. He moves him up into a starter role this evening in Beneke, and now here's Wagner, a player who did not see any game action all season long this spring due to injury. He comes in, knocks off the rust in an inning on Monday night, gives him some time to lay low, recoup, and now he's here going on his 3rd frame.
The 1-2 pitch stays high, now 2-2 the count. First and second, 2 away here in the top of the 6th. Commodore is trying to make this a closer game, down by 3 runs. Wagner out set right above the belt. The 2-2 pitch just outside. Now 3-2 the count, so this is a dangerous pitch incoming because the runners will be going with 3-2 the count and 2 outs here on the top of the 6th.
Tying run at the plate.
Wagner stepped off for about 5 seconds, took a deep breath, now comes set. The 3-2 pitch hit the other way in foul territory, so we'll do it again. Taylor on second, Pinckney on first. And alter the tying run at the plate. Wagner set. A 3-2 pitch. That one hit but through into right field for a base hit. Here comes Taylor. He'll score easily. And it's now just a 4-2 game on that clutch piece of hitting from Colby Halter to continue the sixth.
O'Brien dove down, couldn't get there, and it was going to be far past the reach of a ranging second baseman in Hausinger. Like you said, Alex, you summarized it well. A good piece of hitting from Halter. He battled deep into that AB. He was the last hitter to face Cameron Wagner in the order.
Now Eddie Marco, the pitching coach for the Gatemen, going out to talk to his guy and Cameron Wagner as there is some movement now in the Gateman pen. It's first and third, still 2 away here at the top of the sixth, and Falmouth only down by 2, and the go-ahead run now at the plate and cross factor.
A big-time spot here for Wagner that he's going to try to have to work out of. Really the first time this season, Alex, we've seen him face serious adversity with a right-hander warming up in the bullpen.
No pitch clock here in the Cape Cod Baseball League, so I feel like there are longer mountain visits from the collegiate level. That's more old school. You don't really see that too often.
And not only that, but the entire infield was brought in as well. They're looking for that final out to once again work out of a one-run inning for Falmouth.
No cross factor at the plate. Runners on the corners with 2 away. First pitch swinging, goes the other way with it, but hits it foul. So Wagner quickly ahead here, 0-1. Middle infielders playing deep right near the edge of the grass. And Stone Dust looking for an out. At any base they can get one. Wagner set. Runner goes. The 0-1 pitch. There's going to be no throw down by Elvis. Didn't want the runner to come home from third. So now second and third with 2 away.
That's where veteranship matters. And Cole Elvis just wrapped up his 3rd season, starting 56 games as the Golden Bears of California's primary catcher. I love when a senior's behind the plate for a team because it just adds a different element to the game.
And now second and third with 2 away. The 1-1 pitch, that one low. Now 2-1 the count, and a base hit would most likely score 2 here, as we just saw the speed from Halter. That would tie the game. Gateman trying to get out of a jam. The 2-1 pitch. That one grounded over to O'Brien. Booted it for a quick second. Recovers to throw to first base, but the throw is going to be not in time. Time is called on the field. So another run scores, and now Coach Shapiro will walk out and appears to be making a call to the bullpen here. And now just a 1-run game in the top of the 6th. Coach Shapiro makes a call to the pen, so we'll take a quick break here on the Gateman Broadcast Network with a new pitcher incoming. It's first and third and a 1-run ball game here in the top of the 6th with 2 outs. Stay with us.
Whether it's life insurance to safeguard your loved ones, an umbrella policy to protect your teen driver, or making sure your home is covered from storm damage, Rogers Gray is there to guide you. Insurance is more than just a box to check. Trust Rogers Gray, a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Need physical therapy? Select Physical Therapy works directly with you and your physician to create a plan of care that meets your goals and needs, with 6 locations on Cape Cod and more across the country. Select Physical Therapy is the official provider of athletic training for the Wareham Gatemen.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you. After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
Looking for a turnkey rental experience on the Cape? Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has a dedicated team of rental professionals ready to provide homeowners and guests with exceptional service. For Cape Cod rentals, nothing compares. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
Loonsman, a guy who struggled a little bit in his first outing. He did hold his opponent scoreless through an inning and 2/3, but he did walk 3. Here, though, he inherits runners at first and third with 2 down, just needing that final out to keep what is just now a 1-run lead.
Pitch gets off the leg of Elvis, and that scores another runner in Halter, and that ties the game. How do you like that? Just unpredictability happening and unraveling here in the top of the 6th inning. A wild pitch that started off from Loonsman to tie the game.
Like I said, Loonsman was a little wild in his first appearance, and it causes him havoc here once again. Suddenly we're tied up a 3 spot here for the Falmouth Commodores.
That moves Factor over to second. Pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Get to Mckenzie. Pitch to Colzart. Low, now 1 into the count. Factor in scoring position over at second base for the Commodores. Balloonsman ahead here, 1-2. The pitch just outside. Now 2 into the count. If you're a Loonsman there, or Coach Shapiro or the pitching coach and Eddie Marco for the game, and you wanted that one, you just get out of this inning to keep it a tied game. Loonsman set. The 2-2 pitch stays high, now 3-2 the count.
For Falmouth, you have to think this is a sudden resurgence in confidence for a team that hasn't won a game yet this season and got walked off last night without a hit. Suddenly they've tied it up late in the game.
3-2. Just slash foul on the third base side.
Boy, that barely just missed a fan on the third base concourse. That was a laser beam off of the bat of Cozart.
Loonsman now in agreement with Elvis behind the plate. The 3-2 pitch fouled away once again. We'll do it again. Colzart walked in the third and grounded out to right at short. in the 5th. The go-ahead run on second base. The payoff pitch, fouled straight back. Cozart really battling here. Cozart 1 for 11 on the season. Looking for a clutch hit here tonight. The 3-2 pitch, just outside. Another walk to continue this inning. Now it's first and second for Anthony Mckenzie in this Falmouth lineup.
Like we said, Alex, command is the issue right now for Loonsman. If he can really just retake control of the strike zone, he can get out of this inning and just put it behind him.
Anthony Mckenzie, Sam Houston State product, and a big spot right here. 3 runs already scored this inning for the Commodores. First and second with 2 outs. First pitch swinging, but hit foul out of play. Balloonsman ahead now, 0-1 the count. Wind picking up very strong, blowing from left to right. We'll see if that's a factor here in this inning. Loonsman now set. The pitch. That one, a deep drive. Back on the track at the wall, and it's gone. A 3-run shot that breaks the tie, and to give the Commodores a 7-4 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. 6 runs have scored here in the 6th for Falmouth. They've now taken a 3-run lead.
I was talking with a few folks before today's game, Alex, that said this is a Falmouth team. They haven't won a game yet this season. Their offense just hasn't been there so far this season. They look to be a team that could miss the playoffs towards the end of the summer. This is game 6 of 44. This is a Falmouth team. You look at their order, they've got a couple All-Americans in there. They have a couple All-Conference players in there. This is an offense that can compete, but much like the Gatemen for the first few games of the season, they just got off to a slow start. Tonight is their time to shine, and a 6-run frame and the 6 will do a lot of damage.
Well, the 0-2 pitch here, another hit well into right, but Clark there to end the inning. But 6 runs were scored here in the 6th to give the Commodores a 7-4 lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Right here on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
What's up, Gateman fans? Looking for Wareham jerseys, shirts, and hats? You can find all of that and more online at gateman.org/shop. Visit to get all your Gateman gear today.
Hey Gateman fans, don't miss out as the Wareham Gatemen head to Worcester, Mass. to take on the Bourne Braves at Polar Park, the home of the Worcester Red Sox. This special game at Polar Park takes place Monday, July 25th with a 6:45 first pitch. Tickets start at just $10, so head to gateman.org.
The 2022 Cape Cod Baseball League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Wareham Gatemen on Saturday, July 23rd. Join the CCBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization here at Spillane Field. Gates open at 2 p.m., Home Run Derby will begin at 5, and first pitch is at 6:05 p.m. Tickets will be available through the league and Gateman website.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, including new majors in environmental science, sport and recreation management, graphic design, marketing, and computer science. Online at curry.edu.
Catchers aren't the only ones protecting home. With Rogers Gray, you have more coastal homeowners insurance options and a true expertise in their people. Protect your home with Rogers Gray. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. We offer over 400 different beverage choices on Cape Cod to quench every thirst, and more than 150 of those are low or no-calorie options.
Responded and answered with 6 runs in the top of the 6th.
That capped off by a 3-run blast from Anthony Mckenzie. The Commodores are well in control and look to be on their way to their first win of the season, but they're going to try to work through the back end of this ball game with a new man on the mound.
Well, Jacob Meyer out of Evansville University on the mound here for Falmouth. They'll face Robertson, Wright, and Windish. We're due up here in the 6th. First pitch taken for a strike. 0-1 the count. Went curve almost.
First time this season that the Gatemen have allowed more than 5 runs in a game.
Myers delivers the pitch low. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. So Robertson struck out swinging in the second and lined out to Taylor. Made good contact on that one, but right out of that one. Chopper down the first base side, out of play. Oh, 1-2 the count. The 1-2 pitch, low. Robertson trying to work a good at bat. Again, not seen action since his senior year of high school. Just trying to get settled back in the batter's box. Meyer delivers a 2-2 pitch. Just outside. 3-2 the count.
And imagine that shell shock. You go from a high school senior season to where the pitching you're probably up against is low 80s. To now you're in the Cape League and it's mid-90s from the first inning to the 9th.
The 2-2 pitch in there for called strike 3. Robertson knew it. So 1 away. And that sends up Blake Wright. 1 for 2 with a walk so far tonight. Right, looks at that one in the dirt, and the defensive plays we've seen from Wright this year has been unbelievable, so it's nice to see him finally really start getting hot at the plate as well. 1-0 pitch, just outside, now 2-0 the count. That's 4 RBIs on the year. 2-0 pitch. In there for his strike. Breaking ball there from Meyer on the mound. The 2-1 pitch. Held up on that one. We pitched low, so now 3-1 the count. And what has been a really slow-moving game. Obviously, a lot of offense. 7-4 game here in the bottom half of the 6th. The Gatemen have only had one game go more than 3 hours, but 2 hours and 6 minutes into this game as the 3-1 fouled off the catcher's mass of Cozart. Definitely more of a slower paced game here tonight.
Things have slowed down a little bit. They got moving quickly early, and then the 6-run spot that Falmouth put on the scoreboard in the top half of this inning has really just brought things, it seems like, to a halt. But, Alex, one thing I have for you here, what do you think about Blake Wright in his first game in the leadoff spot? He's walked once, he hit a double in the second, he's 2 for 3.
The 3-2 pitch, that one in there for called strike 3 looking. Obviously, you want to have a hit there or just get on base, but another great at-bat, though. Another quality AB. Well, back-to-back strikeouts on the mound from Jacob Meyer. Well, here's Hogan Windish looking to get something going with 2 away.
Meyer's using that curveball.
First pitch called strike, went fastball for freezing up Windish there. Well, 1-1 the count. Pitch in there for a strike. Now Windish behind here, 0-2. Pitch, stays low with it. Meyer thought that was called strike 3, wanted that one bouncing on the mound there.
Yeah, he took a couple hops off the rubber there, and the long flowing hair he has out from underneath the cap waved in the wind with it.
Meyer set at the waist, nobody on, 2 away, the 1-2 pitch. Just low, now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to the righty Windish. Windish 5 for 18 on the early part of the season, 277. The 2-2 pitch hits him once again. That's his second hit by a pitch here tonight. So continues the inning here and sends up Max Anderson. Doubled and scored back in the 5th.
It just seems like Hogan Windish has a magnet for baseball so far this season, doesn't it?
Leads the team after being hit by a pitch. 3 so far. Well, first pitch to Anderson, hits it right over to Halter at second to throw to Walsh at first to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the top of the 7th. It's a 7-4 Falmouth lead. Stay with us on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
Gibson Sotheby's International Realty is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. List your home with Eastern Massachusetts' premier real estate firm. Don't just get it on the market, get it the attention it deserves. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark. Top of the 7th we go. It's a 7-4 Falmouth Commodores lead. Maui Ohuna, who started the 6th inning, that ended up in a 6-run spot. Looks at a first pitch from Loonsman. A pitch, that one rocketed to left field, but foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Hitter Ohuna.
For Loonsman, his ERA for the season is still going to stay at 0 despite giving up that 3-run blast, as all of those runs were unearned.
0-1 pitch stays high.
An error earlier in the frame that would have represented the third and final out. Anything after that could have resulted in an unearned run. We knew that with runners on base, but 3-run blast is worst case scenario.
2-1 just stays outside. Now 3-1 the count. The tough play for sure, and it was a close play as well at first base. Didn't go the Gateman way, and that one outside. So Ohuna starts off the 7th with a leadoff walk. Gets on base for the first time after going 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Well, here's Braden Taylor. 2 for 3 on the night. A solo shot back in the 4th and singled and scored in the 6th. Ohuna has speed over on first. First pitch fouled straight back. Still some time to go though, Cade. And
hey, there's plenty of baseball left. 3 innings to go, and you saw what Falmouth did in the top of the 6th. A big inning can happen at any time for an offense, and a bad one can happen any time for a pitcher.
1-1 the count here to Taylor, and this is what makes the good teams great. When they find themselves never out of a game, so we'll see what the Gateman offense is truly made of. The 1-1 pitch stays in for a called strike, but pops out of the glove of Elvis. Still a strike, though. So Taylor behind now, 1-2. Loonsman set. The 1-2 pitch. That one hit well to left. Wind is drifting over to his right, but there to make the play. Oh, one away. The wind really picking up now.
It really is. It's gotten a little bit chillier, and now the winds are rolling really from the third baseline out and over the right field wall.
Now batting the first baseman from Oregon, number 33.
According to the trusty weather app, it says it feels like about 60 degrees. It also adds that wind is making it feel even colder than that.
I believe it.
Almost feels like a spring night here, almost near the latter half of the month of June. A pitch outside to Walsh. A 1-0 count. Ohuna on first with 1 out. Here in the top of the 7th, Gateman trail 3 now.
Definitely not as cold as an opening day in February, but it's definitely as chilly as a weekend in March.
1-0 pitch outside. 2-0 the count.
At least, speaking from the South Carolina Southern States perspective, this is chilly for March, especially here in June.
This feels like a nice April night for the Northeast folks. 2-0 pitch, a chopper on the right side of the infield. O'Brien will make the play, and covering the first base bag is Loonsman to get the second out of the inning, but advancing to second on that is going to be Ohuna.
It took O'Brien a little bit of time to stop as he was running up the first base line to turn around and retreat and make the throw over.
Now Andrew Pickney trying to continue, try to add another insurance run here. Ohuna on second. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Loonsman looking on. Now comes set. First pitch swinging. Hits that one out of play on the right field side. And Elvis will jog out, have a quick conversation, and hand the baseball over to Loonsman. 0-1 the count. Ritter Pickney singled back in the second, grounded out in the fourth, and scored on it after he was hit by a pitch in the sixth.
7 runs on 5 hits for Falmouth.
Loonsman looking back at second, delivers the 0-1, taken low, now 1-1 the count. And I mean, the Gatemen have had a lot of opportunities to score more than the 4 runs they've already had tonight. Leaving 9 runners on base so far in this game. The 1-1 pitch, low, now 2-1 the count. And obviously, the offense has been starting to pick up after the first 3 games, but they still really haven't been able to get those consistent key hits in every game yet.
You want to come up in the right spot at the right time just as much as you want to come up consistently. I think right now, Wareham's first goal was to let's get the offense moving. And then you can move on to those more in-depth tiers of the game and say, hey, this is a really, really tight spot for us. Let's break through right here. But so far this season, they've been solid runners in scoring position. Usually a team that's hitting 285 so far this season. But like you said, Alex, they're about to strand double-digit runners for the 3rd straight game.
2-1, hit foul. So now 2-2 the count. Here to Pickney. Ahuna at second base with 2 outs here at the top of the 7th. The fans remaining here in the ballpark resorting to their winter clothes. 2-2 in there for a called strike 3 to end the inning. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left now after 6.5 of play. It's 7-4 Falmouth. We head into the bottom of the 7th. Stay with us right here on the Wareham Gatemen Broadcast Network.
With competitive pay, state-of-the-art facilities, and opportunities in service, sales, accounting, HR, marketing, IT, and more, a job at Milton Cat, the Northeast Caterpillar dealer, is more than a career choice. It's a choice career. Visit miltoncat.com/careers to join their growing team.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod to the major leagues. Only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, veterans, and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
The heart of the lineup due up in Clark, Montgomery, and Hausinger. Every one of those 3 have reached base so far here tonight, and the Gatemen do trail by 3 late into this game. How exactly, Cade, do you think that the Gatemen can really attack to hopefully come back here tonight?
Well, you have to take it one swing at a time, Alex. I think a lot of times teams will look up at a scoreboard and see a 3-run difference and try to make it up with one swing. While a home run would help, it doesn't completely erase the deficit. Take it one swing at a time, one AB at a time, and I always just talk about how the team mentality applies to life. Just do your job. That's all the Gatemen hitters can do right now. Do your job. Find a way on the base paths. Play selfless baseball to move guys over, because you're just down 3 runs, and you still have 3 innings of work.
The 1-0 taken low, now 2-0 the count. The lefty Clark at the plate, walked back in the first, grounded out in the third, and to Cade's point, a selfless baseball player hit a sac fly to score Max Anderson back in the 5th. The 2-0 pitch stays high. Now 3-0 the count to Clark.
Good AB so far from Clark. Like I said, he's being patient at the plate, and he's waiting on the perfect pitch to just take it one AB at a time. He's not trying to do too much right here.
3-0. Taken. 3-1 the count. We'll see if the hitters here have a two-strike approach. 3-1 pitch. Taken high. So Clark works a leadoff walk to start the 7th. So Clark, in your words, Cade, is doing his job.
He exactly is. The leadoff man, your number one job, get on base for the guys coming up behind you. That's exactly what Kellum Clark does, and he's got a guy who hit a home run last night and already brought in a run this evening, and Tor Montgomery stepping up.
Montgomery singled back in the first, grounded out and flew out the rest of the way. First pitch in the dirt. Kozar thought to throw down to first to check Clark, but no throw. 1-0 the count here to Montgomery. Jacob Meyer pitched a very successful bottom half of the 6th inning, but struggling here. Trying to find his command once again. The 1-0 pitch stays up and in to Montgomery. Now 2-0 the count. Like, this is the guy you have to be careful what kind of count you get in with.
Montgomery, a player who will make you pay at the plate, whether it's a long swing, and more here recently, he's just been driving the baseball really, really well.
2-0 pitch. Low, now 3-0 the count. Back-to-back 3-0 counts. Had one with Clark. He worked a walk on 5 pitches. The pitch taken up and in. Now 3-1 the count. Myers set. The 3-1 pitch. Chop foul out of play. Working the count full now.
Once again, hitters are doing their job working deep into counts. That's exactly what the Gatemen need right here. You run up a full count, which is going to drive this kid's pitch count up with Meyer on the bump, and maybe even force a call to the pen for Falmouth.
Payoff pitch incoming here to Montgomery, who fouls it straight back, and we'll do the 3-2 again, and another quality at-bat from Montgomery here. It's late in the game. Gatemen down by 3. The tying run on deck, and Jack Hausinger. Kellum Clark on first. Myers set. The 3-2 pitch. A high pop-up in the infield. Could be trouble with a win. Walsh now calling it off there to make the play. So Montgomery just got under it. Oh, one away here in the bottom half of the 7th.
The previous 2 pitches he had gotten under as well, but he sent them both back on line drives to the backstop. That time, though, gets enough barrel under it to sky it up into foul territory. Really, what else? You say 10 feet from home plate. That ball traveled not very far. It went 3 times as much in the air, but just 1 away, and Jack Hausinger coming up.
Hausinger 2 for 2 with a walk. Another check to first base as Clark dives back to first safely. Continuing this obsession almost with checking back to first with Clark on it. That one taken for a strike. Now 0-1 the count, and obviously this is going to be an interesting summer. Clark only had 1 stolen base this past collegiate season, but teams love to check him at first base.
That they do. Oxnard last night, just 1 trip to first base. What was he checked? 4 or 5 times?
At least. 0-1 taken high. Now 1-1 the count. One ball, 1 strike. Here on the lefty, Hausinger at the plate. Meyer delivers a pitch. That one hit well to center. It will dunk in for a base hit. Gatemen in business. First and second. Only 1 out here on the bottom of the 7th.
A soft blooper shot to shallow center field. That Factor looked to have a play on initially, sold it, I think, a little bit, and that's what hindered Clark up the line, because if Clark had really had a bead from first, he knew it was going to drop the whole time. I think he's at third. That ball just hung up that amount of time in the air.
So after the gatemen get runners on first and second, there is a call to the bullpen on the Falmouth Commodores side, so we'll take a quick break here on the Wareham Gatemen Broadcast Network. It's first and second. The gatemen in business here in the bottom half of the seventh, down by 3.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, veterans, and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing, from the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and 50 more.
Finding a good personal injury attorney is very difficult. If you or your family member have been involved in an accident, hurt at work, suffered a slip and fall, or have been injured due to negligence of someone else, contact the lawyers at Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP today. They are experienced trial attorneys who practice in all of the courts in the Commonwealth. The firm has been recognized by Best Lawyers in America for outstanding legal representation. Contact Reedy, Kiernan, and McNally, LLP today. The firm is located at 267.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod Coca-Cola has been proudly refreshing the community for over 30 years, and we're honored to support the CCBL and many other wonderful organizations on the Cape.
Red Shirt Fridays is a national program created to acknowledge, honor, and support our troops who put themselves in harm's way to defend our freedom. In support of this program, the Cape League teams will be wearing a specially designed red jersey every Friday. This week's special celebration of Red Shirt Friday is sponsored by Zypher Hats, Massachusetts State Lottery, and OT Sports. Support our troops and join us by wearing red each Friday.
Milton Cat is proud to support the Cape Cod Baseball League. From paving and landscaping to recreational boating and facility management, Milton Cat has the right equipment, parts, service, and technology to keep you working. Visit miltoncat.com to learn more.
Wherever you call home, from Boston to the South Shore to the South Coast to the Cape and Islands, Rogers Gray has you covered for all coastal homeowners insurance needs. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
Well, the Commodores look to rely on Mikey Tepper from Mississippi State University to get them out of this jam after having a huge inning back in the 6th inning that scored 6 runs to put Falmouth ahead 7-4, but the gatemen knocking on the door once again here, down by 3, but have the tying run at the plate in Connor O'Brien. Well, Tepper comes set. Now steps off. Clark on second, Hausinger on first.
O'Brien, a player you could argue should have been on base 3 times tonight instead of 2, had a liner stolen from him in the first.
The first pitch taken low for a ball, now 1-0 the count, and you can hear the cheers from the gateman dugout and bullpen trying to rally their team for to try to look to tie it or come back. They are 1-1 after trailing after 6 so far this season. The 1-0 caught on a miss. Even the count 1 ball and 1 strike Here's the ready O'Brien. Tepper leaning in, Greg Kimbrough-esque. Now comes set right below the Falmouth on the jersey. And that one grounded over to third at Taylor. Looks at turn two, throws over to Halter. On to first, not in time. So a fielder's choice put out. They get Hausinger out at second base. But that moves Clark over to third, and O'Brien reached safely on first to send up Cole Elvis here. Coach Shapiro sticking with Cole Elvis in this spot. Has found success in this game early on, so I guess Coach Shapiro just hoping that Elvis can continue this inning here.
One run at a time. Although Elvis is the tying run in this case.
Tepper set at the waist. First pitch low. 1-0 the count. Elvis singled and scored back in the second inning. That feels like almost a year ago.
Boy, does it.
A lot has happened since then. The Falmouth Commodores have now taken a 7-4 lead. 1-0 pitch, low, now 2-0 the count. Michael Robertson on deck. Tepper wide. Stance on the mound. Now comes set. And delivers a 2-0 pitch to Elvis. A chopper could be trouble. Ahuna looks to throw, but goes to the quick out at second base to end the inning to get out of the jam. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left now at the end of 7 innings of play. Still a 7-4 Falmouth lead. We go to the top of the 8th. Stay with us right here on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military and veterans. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
Looking for your dream home on the Cape? Gibson Sotheby's International Realty's dedicated team of real estate professionals are ready to make your dream a reality. Don't just look for a place, discover a home. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
Earn a bachelor's or master's degree, complete a certificate, or take a single course through the Division of Continuing Education and Graduate Studies at Curry College. In-person and online classes run days, evenings, and weekends in Milton and Plymouth. To learn more about programs in accounting, business, criminal justice, education, nursing, and more, visit curry.edu.
Top of the 8th, still down by 3. Falmouth looking to add to their 7-4 lead here. It was a 6-run spot back in the 6th inning that put them ahead. Cade, your takeaway so far?
I think so far right now for Falmouth, they're hungry for that first win of the season, Alex. And it's always special. A lot of people say, well, it's just summer ball, right? None of this will matter a long time from now. No colleges are affected, anything like that. But it's important to the players that are here. They're wearing Falmouth across their chest. That's who they're playing for. And to earn that first one of the season can maybe mark the turnaround for them through the first leg of this 2022 campaign.
Balloonsman back on the mound. Set the phase. Colby Halter looks at that one outside, and now ahead here, 1-0 the count. Well, it's human nature to want to win. It's a 1-0. Stays high, now 2-0 the count. Obviously, anyone involved in an athletic event, they want to win it. And Falmouth trying to do so for the first time, like you said, Cade, here tonight.
That's just the inner competitor, and everybody not only on the field, but in the dugouts, in the stands, and the ballpark tonight. That's the best part about sport, is you have a winner and you have a loser, and each of these two teams are chasing after to be the first mention there.
Well, these aren't any baseball players. These are the best collegiate baseball athletes in the country. So obviously, these are the best competitors, you could argue, on any baseball field, all competing for the ultimate goal to win a championship in this league. 2-1. Low, now 3-1 the count. Halter struck out back in the second, but walked in the fourth and singled, stole a bag, and scored in the sixth. That one up high, so Halter worked a leadoff walk here in the top of the eighth. And now we'll see Coach Shapiro make the long walk out the pitcher's mound and make a call to the pen here.
Yeah, Loonsman faced 8 batters. He walked 3 of them. The command just wasn't there for the righty tonight, and now we're going to see our 4th arm for the Gatemen.
So the entire infield will come and all stand on the pitcher's mound here, and Coach Shapiro will take the baseball from Travis Loonsman to make a call to the pen. So we'll take a quick break here on the Gatemen Broadcast Network. Runner on first, nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Gatemen down by 3. Stay with us.
Tom and Jean Yockey were passionate about the game of baseball. Over their 7 decades as owners of the Boston Red Sox, the Yockeys greatly invested in youth and amateur athletics in our community. They recognized the important skills baseball can bring to players both on and off the field: cooperation, respect, teamwork, friendships, and confidence. The Yockey Foundation has been proud to support the Cape League for more than 25 years.
Joanne Stevenson with Berkshire Hathaway and Robert Paul Properties brings over 21 years of real estate experience to the South Shore and Cape Cod area. The Robert Paul Properties team not only specializes in coastal luxury properties, but proudly serves our veterans in their home search or sell process. Joanne Stevenson is your local, homegrown agent who knows the area and knows the market. Call Joanne Stevenson with Robert Paul Properties for all your real estate needs. Located at 155 Front Street in Marion. Local craft beer, great food, games, outdoor beer garden, and live music. That's all at Stone Path Malt. Better malt, better beer. Conveniently located across from Wareham Crossing in the West Wareham Industrial Park. Check them.
Tom and Jean Yockey were passionate about the game of baseball. Over their 7 decades as owners of the Boston Red Sox, the Yockeys greatly invested in youth and amateur athletics in our community. They recognized the important skills baseball can bring to players both on and off the field: cooperation, respect, teamwork, friendships, and confidence. The Yockey Foundation has been proud to support the Cape League for more than 25 years.
So runner on first, new pitcher is Ryan Hagenow out of the Gateman pen. Will be Factor at the plate. Gateman down by 3. Pitch. Stay low, now 1-0 the count. Hagenow, right-hand pitcher out of Kentucky. Okay, you know Hagenow pretty well.
Yeah, I talked to him before the season got started, then caught up with him when Kentucky traveled down to South Carolina. And Hagenow is a guy who has some Massachusetts roots. You look at his bio, it's going to say born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee. Well, that's partially close. He was actually born in Las Vegas, and as a youngster, his dad had to move for work, and the options were either Idaho or Knoxville, Tennessee. So they elected to come to Rocky Top. And that's where Hagenau settled in and turned into one of the top prospects in the Volunteer State. Elects to go to Kentucky. Get this, the second highest prospect to ever arrive at Kentucky. He's coming with a lot of expectations as a 6'5" right-hander.
2-1 pitch in there for a called strike. Hagenau now battling back 2-2 the count. The lefty factor at the plate. And if you're the Commodores, you're just looking to try to add at least one more run on here late in the game. The Gatemen had a tying run at the plate. The bottom of the 7th, that one fouled straight back up here. Cade almost made a great play if there wasn't a fence in front of us. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Here on the top of the 8th inning, with Halter on first. Runner goes. The pitch gets away from Elvis, so Halter will be safe on second, and another runner in scoring position. Now taking his time as Factor stepped out of the box for half a second and now climbs back in. The 3-2 pitch incoming. That one fouled back up here once again. Halter on second.
Hagenau's got a battle, a full count. He's still looking for the first out with a runner in scoring position. There it is, full count pitch, up high and out to put him on first. Hagenau's got to settle in, a player who at times has been effectively wild, though. In college, his opponent's batting average under 200 at Kentucky, but he did struggle with the walks. He walked 33 this spring in 28 and 2/3, but he did strike out 29 to bring his ERA just under 6.
So here's Jacob Cozart. First and second, still nobody out. It's a 7-4 lead. Shows bunt, pulls back, and the pitch gets away from Elvis. It's going to be a pass ball. Now everyone moves up a bag. Now it's second and third, still nobody out. Here on the top of the
Hagenau has to settle in now. He looks on with 2 runners in scoring position and still no outs. Says this is a ball game right now for Wareham. It sits at a 3-run differential, though this late in the ball game you don't want to see your team trailing and that differential grow anymore.
pitch cut on a miss. Oh, 1 ball, 1 strike. One low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Second and third, still no outs. At the top of the 8th inning. Two-one pitch, just outside.
Like I said, at times Hagenau, a guy who can be a little wild at times, but he's either going to have swing and miss stuff or just miss the zone. Not much contact.
3-1 outside. Oh, Cozart works a walk, and that had to be one of the longest at-bats of this game.
not only did it take a while in terms of pitch count, but it also just in terms of, for Hagenau, his tempo slowed a little bit. He took longer pauses in between as he looks to settle in this ball game, but the first two batters he's faced, he's both put on the base pass via a walk, so he's got to settle in here or else this 7-4 lead for Falmouth could grow even larger.
So Eddie Marco will take a walk out and talk to Hagen now on the mountain to try to calm him down. The bases are loaded with nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. And now Connor O'Brien will take it on himself to grab a rake from the dugout and break out first base. I've never seen that before in a game.
That's a new one right there, Alex. I've never seen a player, while the inning is going on, go to the side, grab a rake, and decide, you know what, this stone dirt around first, it's just gotten too messed up. I don't want any weird hops coming in this moment. That's a new one for me, too.
Has had a few of them tonight. Bases are loaded, nobody out, and Marco taking his time here.
And this may be one of those mound visits that our home plate umpire, Rick Emerson, comes out to break up, and indeed he will. Tough spot here, Alex. You've got the bases loaded.
Big tough spot.
No outs. And you're down by 3 if you're Wareham. But the perfect situation if you're Falmouth. And we previously mentioned earlier one error to correct. We said they're chasing their first win. They're chasing their second win of the summer. Came in 1-4.
A pitch outside. Now 1-0 the count to Mckenzie. He's 1 for 2 on the night. 2 for 12 on this early part of the season. Bases loaded, nobody out. The 1-0 pitch to Mckenzie. In there for a strike. A high strike call on the left-hand batter.
All 3 batters on the base path reach via walk. The first from Travis Loonsman. That was the last batter he faced. And Hagenau has walked the next 2.
Hagenau delivers a 1-1 pitch. Taken low, now 2-1 the count. Halter on third, Factor on second, and Kozar on first. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Falmouth ahead here by 3. It's a 7-4 lead. The Gatemen led this game for the majority, but the 6th spot and the 6th put the Commodores ahead. And that one taken for a called strike. So, no. 2-2 the count here. Hagen now set. The 2-2 pitch, just slow and inside on 3-2 the count. Middle infield playing back, looking to turn 2. Obviously, with a 3-run lead, you're not going to be playing in or play at the plate.
Huge pitch here.
Payoff pitch stays high, so that walks in a run to make it now an 8-4 Falmouth lead. Well, the great pitching that we were talking about, Cade, the consistent strike throwing out of the pen, kind of dissipating here and late into this game.
The Gateman offense exploded early, and it looked to be a strong start from Lupinecki, and indeed it was. 3 2/3 with just 1 earned while he struck out 4. But since then, the bullpen has just wavered at times. A little bit of wildness from Cam Wagner. Then Travis Loonsman came in, and, well, the first pitch he threw was a wild one that scored a runner from third. He would struggle down the stretch, including walking 3 of the 8 batters he faced, and now here's Hagenau. He's faced 3, and all 3 have reached via a walk.
Now, bases remain loaded. Still nobody out this inning. The 1-0 gets away from Elvis behind the plate. But Mooney's saying, don't go. Holding up Factor over there at third. Hagen now set. Back on the rubber. comes set at the shoulders. The 2-0 pitch. That one hit well but fouled on third base side. Well, 2 balls and 1 strike.
That would have been the ideal spot if you're Wareham, because not only can Max Anderson pick it up, step on the bag at third, but he could also possibly have to throw home. Turn 2.
Nobody out. Here in the top of the 8th inning, it's an 8-4 Falmouth lead. The 2-1 pitch, that one hit well, and it will get through for a base hit in right field. 1 run scores easily, and that will be all that scores on that base knock from Alex Mooney. But now it's a 9-4 Falmouth lead here in the top of the 8th. Here's Maui Ohuna.
It'll be interesting to see as well how long both Shapiro and Marco let Hagenau go into this game with him struggling so much early.
Obviously a doubleheader tomorrow against Chatham. Day off on Monday, though. They're looking to try to preserve some of their bullpen here tonight, and a 9-4 game late in the top of the 8th. Looking to try to get out of this jam. A pitch cut on a miss, but the base is still loaded with nobody out, and Ohuna cuts and misses on the first pitch he sees from Hagenau. Behind here, 0-1. Hagenau set. The 0-1 pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the lefty at the plate. The 1-1 pitch, cut on and miss, 1-2. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here in the top of the 8th. An inning that just does not want to seem to end. Hagenau deals, time calls as he was almost released the baseball.
Windup.
Yeah. One ball, 2 strikes. You're on Ohuna. I mean, these are the long games. We're approaching the 3-hour mark. Only one of those so far this season. The 1-2 pitch. They're calling it just a foul tip. Jumped out of the glove of Elvis behind the plate. We'll do the 1-2 again. And I mean, the temperature dropping and the cold front moving in. The high for tomorrow's second game of the doubleheader against Chatham, without the wind involved, is going to be right around 55 degrees, Cade. So you can definitely feel the cold air moving in now.
Well, you put that plus Chatham right there on the water. You can see some fog rolling in and all good things like that. Plus, you know those ocean breezes are going to make that 55 feel just a tad bit cooler.
The 1-2 was foul tipped. Cole Elvis thought it was in his glove, but they said that bounced in. Touched the home plate.
Now we see Harvey Shapiro going to come out and argue that.
So they had it a foul ball that touched home and bounced into the glove of Elvis. That's what I'm getting out of that, but Harvey Shapiro, like you said, Cade, just saying, in a 1-2 count, if Elvis hung on to it, that's an out, but I guess they're saying it touched home before. A 1-2 pitch, fouled away once again.
This will be a big first out for Hagenau. He struggled in this appearance out of the pen, like I said. He's faced 4, walked 3, and gave up 1 hit. So for him just to get that first out, it's going to be important to just try to start rehabbing some of that confidence that he's lost.
The 1-2 pitch outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an inning that's already scored 2. Moved the lead for Falmouth. Now a 9-4 lead. The bases are loaded, and still with nobody out, Falmouth trying to just break this one open right now. The 2-2 pitch. Just inside, now 3-2 the count.
Hagenau may have missed, but it definitely wasn't by much.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Here on the lefty, Ohuna at the plate. Bases loaded. The pitch, just high. That walks in another run. And now it's a 10-4 Falmouth lead. Here in the top of the 8th inning.
All 3 runs this inning have scored on just 1 hit, Alex. I've never really seen anything like this, but 6 batters up, 5 have been walked. 4 by Hagenau.
Texas Christian, number 10, Braden Taylor.
So Mckenzie now goes to third. Mooney on second and Ohuna on first. Still with nobody out. 3 runs already scored.
The question is just how far do you let Hagenau ride into this game?
Well, your eyes are better than mine as at first pitch. A called strike to Taylor at the plate, but I don't see anyone warming up in the pen.
Your eyes are serving you well. There is nobody up and throwing. Everyone's in the deep corner with their winter coats on.
The 0-1 pitch, cut on a miss, 0-2. And I mean, this could also go into a factor. Obviously, the cold temps later on in this game. This is obviously the coldest game I believe that the Gatemen have been a part of so far this year. Obviously, it did get a little colder in Hyannis with a win, but most of these pitchers are from the colder climate schools, not so much the Northeast schools where pitchers are kind of forced in this type of climate for almost the majority of a season, and that one stays high. Now 1-2 the count. Obviously, for me at Siena College, a lot of those pitchers have to learn how to throw, and that one fouled straight back. The count holds now 1-2. They have to learn how to throw in cold temps.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Alex. And for Hagenau, a guy who, like I said, he's from Tennessee, plays in Kentucky, doesn't get too cold there in Lexington. It does get a little bit chilly, but he's not used to playing baseball in this type of weather this late in the season.
1-2, high pop up out of play, so we'll do the 1-2 again. Bases loaded, nobody out here on the top of the 8th. It's now a 10-4 Falmouth lead. In a game that one moment in time, the Gatemen had a 3-run lead. A pitch, a high fly ball into center field. Now calling it off is Clark and right to make the play. Tagging and scoring is going to be Mckenzie. Oh, it's a sac fly, an RBI for Braden Taylor. That puts Falmouth up now 11-4.
It's 4 straight hitters that have brought home a run. Falmouth's really doing it every which way possible except for a hit. They've put 4 runs on the board this inning with 1 knock.
So Jacob Walsh comes up now. Runners on the corners with 1 away, and obviously a lot of walks in this inning that makes it even more difficult for the defenders not having a lot of action, kind of just standing around. So if you're making them forced to turn a great play, it's putting a lot of pressure on them.
Hagenau 18 strikes, 19 balls.
Hagenau set the pitch outside. 1-0 the count to Jacob Walsh. Over 4 on the night. Does have a run batted in on the season. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lefty Walsh. Mooney on third, Ohuna on first. 1 out now in the top of the 8th. It's 11-4 Falmouth. The pitch gets away from Elvis behind the plate. Scoring is going to be Mooney. Going to second is Ohuna. Now the 5th batter in a row, Cade, that another run has scored.
It really just seems like the dominoes can't stop falling against Ryan Hagenau.
Ever since the 6th, nothing has really gone the Gateman way. have left a lot of base runners on base. And what's interesting, if you're looking at the box score, the Gatemen down 12-4, but still have more hits. They're out hitting the Commodores 10-6. That one taken inside, now 3-1 the count to Walsh. The pitch up high. So Walsh works a walk.
Alex, in the first 7 innings tonight, Falmouth drew 5 walks. Here in the 8th, they've totaled 6.
Now batting the right fielder from Alabama, number 24, Andrew Pickney.
Well, here's Andrew Pickney. Bases first and second with 1 away. 5 runs have already scored here in the top of the 8th. The 12-4 lead for the Commodores. The pitch cut out and missed. 0-1 the count.
Ninth batter to come to the plate this frame. Pickney out of Alabama, Peachtree City, Georgia native.
Taking out comes set. The 0-1 pitch gets past Elvis once again. On a wild pitch, moves up the runner's 1 base. Pickney now on second. Ohuna now on third. Still only 1 out. We're here on the top of the 8th inning. Should be Ohuna on third and Walsh on second.
This 8th inning seems like it started years ago.
Pitch outside, now 2-1 the count. And now it appears someone is getting hot on the pen. And if there is a pitching change that had to be made here, this would be the 3rd pitching change this inning. The 3 total pitchers in 1 inning. The 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, the
second
worst
and
thing,
third.
sorry Alex, not to step on your toes there, but you know, the worst thing you hate to see from this kind of performance from Hagenau is baseball is a numbers game. It's a stats-driven game, and this is a performance you just don't recover from. His ERA, by the time this is all said and done, is going to be well over 100. There is no coming back from a night like this, statistically speaking. But it'll be interesting to me in his next appearance here with the Wareham Gatemen. Just how does he look composure-wise? How does he look commanding the mound and reshaping the zone to fit his pitches? Statistically-wise, though, it's pretty far gone.
And that one cut out and missed, so now 2 away. And here's Colby Halter. For the first time this season, the opposing team against the Gatemen have now batted around. That one stays high. 1-0 the count. Peter Halter started off the inning with a walk.
But not against Hagenau. That was against Travis Loonsman. He was the last batter to face Loonsman before the call was made for Hagenau.
1-0. In there for a strike. Walsh on second. Ohuna on third for the Commodores. It's now a 12-4 Falmouth lead. The 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Now 1-2 the count.
For the first time in what seems like forever, Hagenau's finally a strike away.
5 runs have scored this inning. 6 walks as well. The 1-2 pitch low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here at the top of the 8th inning. Approaching 22 minutes in this half inning. That pitch cut on and missed to end it. When we go to the bottom of the 8th, it's a 12-4 Falmouth lead. Stay with us on a Gatemen Broadcast Network.
Sponsors. With much appreciation, we recognize the Yaki Foundation, Gibson Sotheby's, Curry College, the 99 Restaurants, Coca-Cola Bottling of Cape Cod, Badger Sport, Zephyr Hats, Cape Cod 5 Cents Saving Bank, Milton Cat, Mosquito Marys, Massachusetts State Lottery. We will be back to you in the next inning for the second half of this outstanding list of loyal sponsors.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including fifth-year master's programs at curry.edu.
Mosquito bites and ticks. No, yikes! When the bugs get scary, just call Mosquito Marys. 866 Ask Mary, or visit us at Mosquito.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls, piled high on a grilled brioche and served hot buttered or just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal.
A shot. Obviously, in baseball, you never know.
Well, when you walk 6 in a frame, damage is going to be done. But, not only did they draw 6 walks, but Falmouth just seemed to settle into that inning, and they said, this is our frame. This is where we busted open and put this game away. This is the quote-unquote final nail in the coffin. That's what they did. They had a couple base knocks and were patient at the plate. There were a few pitches that were near misses from Ryan Hagenau for Wareham that, could have drawn some swing and miss from certain guys, but the Commodores just said, let's be patient at the plate. If it gets a called strike, there it is, no problem. But, Alex, was that just me, or did they display a little bit different approach to the plate there in the 8th frame?
Yeah, they waited. They knew that what was coming out of the bench just simply wasn't throwing strikes, and now Tepper, who had to wait a long time in between outings now, coming back to start the bottom half of the 8th inning behind on Michael Robertson 3-1. It is the colder temperature here in the weather, so that definitely a factor, but there was at least 25 minutes in between innings that Tepper saw them out. That one stays high, so now Robertson works a leadoff walk, and in the words of Kellum Clark, sometimes the stuff that you don't want to become contagious becomes contagious.
Exactly the case, and that was an inning where the walking bug just went around to everybody, but especially Ryan Hagenau just could not recover, struggled to find the zone, then finally resettled in late. And now this is a Gateman offense that scored 2 runs in the first and then 1 in the second, later 1 in the 5th, but have been shut down since.
Well, here's Blake Wright. First pitch swinging, drills that foul right near the Gateman dugout. 0-1 the count. Michael Robertson, though, first time as the Gateman reaches base after a leadoff walk to try to get something going here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Just break the ice.
You can almost make ice in this temperature right now. The 0-1 pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The righty right at the plate.
It is pretty chilly tonight, I will say. The wind's picked up a little bit.
Well, I'm sure it's actually probably a little warmer down at the field. I mean, we are up here in the press box and wind blowing right in at us, but it's probably not too much warmer down below. The 1-1 pitch, low. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 1-2 pitch incoming here from Tepper. Hogan Whitnish on deck. The pitch, that went line to right, that will get down for a base hit. Stopping at second is Robertson. Well, the Gatemen have first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th.
It's not over till it's over, and that's what you have to play, and that's good for Gateman fans to see, that this team facing an 8-run deficit in the 8th inning is not shying away from any run differential. Meanwhile, we take our first look around the Cape tonight, and a final in 7 innings. Yarmouth-Dennis takes it to Harwich. They win 11-0. Meanwhile, a final tonight over at Stony Brook Elementary. Brewster over Chatham, 2-1.
Well, here's Windish. First and second, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 8th. And now, looks like some dirt blew into the home plate umpire Rich Emerson's eyes, so looks like he just threw in some eye drops quick to help out his vision. Crucial as a home plate umpire.
Yeah, we want to make sure he can see. And he's called a pretty good game tonight. I don't think there's a single note that comes to mind, a single pitch that I would say, yeah, that was a big miss.
Pitch taken for a strike.
Rich Emerson's called a good game behind the dish.
Big leads both off the second base and first base bag. That one staying high. 1 ball, 1 strike. The win, again, picking up late in this game. Gateman down by 8. We have first and second with nobody out. The 1-1 pitch. In at the hands, now 2-1 to count. Two-one pitch. That one, a deep drive to center. Factor drifting back, though, there to make the play. No advancement from Robertson there. Oh, one away. That one hit hard, but right at Factor in center field.
The Gatemen now with their most hits in a single frame since the last time they scored in the 5th. One last final score for you on our look around the Cape. Final tonight at McKeon Park. Katuitt over Hyannis, 8-2, as the Kettleers remain undefeated.
A lot of runs scored here tonight. First pitch in at the hands. Oh, 1 ball, no strikes to Max Anderson. First and second, 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. Tepper leaning in now. The 1-0 pitch. Just inside, now 2-0 the count.
One other game still in action besides this one here. Top of the 8th, Bourne on the road at Orleans. They lead the Firebirds 8-2 in the top of the 8th inning.
That one hit well, but foul. Well, 2 balls, 1 strike. One pitch gets away from Cozart. No advancement from Robertson, though. It's just inside. Well, Anderson works a walk, and that will load the bases up for Kellum Clark. Still only 1 out, though, here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Clark, a player who's been on a tear here as of late, had a 3-double performance just a few nights ago at Hyannis. Meanwhile, here in this ball game, the Gatemen are still fighting, which is just something you love to see this late in an outing. You're down by 8 runs, but you can cut that deficit in half with the man at the plate who has home run potential.
Between all 10 teams, they have combined for 50 runs scored so far tonight. That has to be the most runs scored so far in one night between all teams combined.
You're going to have at least 2 teams knocking down double-digit runs this evening.
Well, Tepper delivers the pitch to Clark, taken low for a ball. Now 1-0 the count. Bases loaded for the Gatemen. Down by 8. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, only 1 away. Infield playing back, looking to turn 2 here. Tepper set. A 1-0 pitch to Clark. That one a hard shot, but right at Halter looks to throw to Ahuna on to first in time to turn a 4-6-3 double play to get out of the inning. Oh, no runs score on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 men left. Now at the end of 8 innings of play. So 12-4, Falmouth lead. We go to the top of the 9th. Stay with us right here on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
What's up, Gateman fans? Looking for Wareham jerseys, shirts, and hats? You can find all of that and more online at gateman.org/shop. Visit to get all your Gateman gear today.
The 2022 Cape Cod Baseball League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Wareham Gatemen on Saturday, July 23rd. Join the CCBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization here at Spillane Field. Gates open at 2 p.m., Home Run Derby will begin at 5, and first pitch is at 6:05 p.m. Tickets will be available through the league and Gateman website.
With competitive pay, state-of-the-art facilities, and opportunities in service, sales, accounting, HR, marketing, IT, and more, a job at Milton Cat, the Northeast Caterpillar dealer, is more than a career choice. It's a choice career. Visit miltoncat.com/careers to join their growing team.
Gateman Baseball is officially sponsored by Robertson's GMC, the truck professionals. Located just 2 miles away on Cranberry Highway, Robertson's GMC, we are professional grade, power like a pro.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Need physical therapy? Select Physical Therapy works directly with you and your physician to create a plan of care that meets your goals and needs, with 6 locations on Cape Cod and more across the country. Select Physical Therapy is the official provider of athletic training for the Wareham Gatemen.
Top of the 9th we go. We've had technical difficulties all throughout the night, so we apologize for that. Do it all the count though. The 3-0 pitch, taking a high for a strike call.
Brand new man on the mound, though, and Pat Harrington, right-hander, out of Northeastern. He makes his 3rd appearance of the summer. And at this point, Alex, you usually say as the road team in the top of the 9th, you're going to try to add on some insurance runs here late, but 8 runs, I don't know. I don't want to say it too soon, but it seems to be enough.
Popped up in the infield. Anderson calling it off, stays in fair territory and stays with it. Battled the win with it. But a big first out, and you get out number 1 here, and yeah, I mean, I don't think they need any more than 8 runs, Cade. I mean,
especially with the way that the Gateman offense has played. Really, since after the first 2 winnings, things have really tailed off, if you will. The momentum definitely shifted back over to Falmouth once they scored that 1 run in the 4th. They would put a 6 spot on in the 6th, and then a 5 spot on in the 8th.
Well, here's Cozart with 1 away. First pitch, that one. A high fly ball, deep right field. Clark back on the track, and it's going to be off the wall. And stopping at second base is going to be Cozart. That was one of the hardest hit balls we've seen tonight, and there's been a lot of them, but that one definitely takes the win.
Boy, Alex, I'll be honest. When you heard it off the crack of the bat, you felt like it was going to travel a long, long way. And it's 330 down the line. Let's go ahead and say it's 410 to center, so give or take 465 to right center. That ball plunked off the outside fence, maybe a foot away from leaving the yard.
Well, here's Mckenzie. Cozart on second. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. The first pitch outside. I want to know the count. Mckenzie is, you could really say, the guy that turned the momentum and gave it all the way to Falmouth. Ever since he had a 3-run home run back in the 6th inning, it's been Falmouth's game. 1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back right near Mooney on the on-deck circle. Just missed it by like an inch.
He had to dance out of the way of a little bit. I think.
What kind of dance?
He moved quickly, right? It was more of a cha-cha, but at the same time, he was just frozen in time because you see a white ball flying at you.
I would say he kind of did the cha-cha slide. The 1-1 pitch, that one hit well to center. Robertson now coming in just a tad. They're to make the play. Thought about tagging, but holds up. Is Cozart. Now 2 away. Here's Mali Ahuna. Oh, pinch hitting, excuse me. Kyle Russell at the plate. Oh. Russell from Washington State University.
Comes into this ball game 0 for 7 through 3 games.
Pitch a Hardy, swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Harrington leaning in, now an agreement from Elvis. Comes set at the waist. 0-1 pitch, cut on a miss, 0-2. Harrington coming out of the pen here, and well, yes, gave up the leadoff double. Really settling down this offense that has played at 12 runs so far tonight. 0-2 pitch, low, 1-2 the count. Harrington set. 0-2 pitch. In there for called strike 3 to end the inning. Oh, we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's a 12-4 Falmouth lead. Stay with us right here on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
Joanne Stevenson with Berkshire Hathaway and Robert Paul Properties brings over 21 years of real estate experience to the South Shore and Cape Cod area. The Robert Paul Properties team not only specializes in coastal luxury properties, but proudly serves our veterans in their home search or sell process. Joanne Stevenson is your local, homegrown agent who knows the area and knows the market. Call Joanne Stevenson with Robert Paul Properties for all your real estate needs. Located at 155 Front Street in Marion. Local craft beer, great food, games, outdoor beer garden, and live music. That's all at Stone Path Malt. Better malt, better beer. Conveniently located across from Wareham Crossing in the West Wareham Industrial Park. Check them out.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod to the major leagues. Only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
With competitive pay, state-of-the-art facilities, and opportunities in service, sales, accounting, HR, marketing, IT, and more, a job at Milton Cat, the Northeast Caterpillar dealer, is more than a career choice. It's a choice career. Visit miltoncat.com/careers to join their growing team.
Well, we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Gateman still down by 8. Montgomery at the plate. Looks at the first pitch he sees low. 1 ball, no strikes. Still Montgomery. Singled in the first. That's yet to get on base since.
Looking ahead, the Wareham Gatemen on the road tomorrow for the first doubleheader of the Cape League season at Veterans Park in Chatham. 4:30 first pitch.
1-1. Ricochet foul. 1-2 the count. Nobody on, nobody out here at the bottom of the ninth. Gateman down by 8. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. And what was going in every way possible, a good way for the Gatemen. But ever since that 6-run 6th inning, it's been the complete opposite.
It really has. It's the tide's turned here quickly. You know, you often can say you've just felt the momentum shift in this game. Well, once it shifted, it never turned around and made a Yui.
1-2 pitch. That one fouled right near Jack Halsinger on the on-deck circle. Tangled out of way. Baseball. 1-2 pitch incoming now. Tepper delivers. Chopper to the second base side. Halter now trips up, unable to make a play. That's a base hit.
It really just looked like we actually have a defensive sub there at second in Saldivar. When he was charging to get that ball, he just literally tripped up and fell all over the diamond.
Yeah, it looked like as soon as he left the stone dust infield, he just tripped up on the dirt. Or not the dirt, on the grass.
Or maybe even a little stone dirt caught up in those cleats.
Right, you never know. Oh, Montgomery on first. With nobody out. Halsinger at the plate. Tepper comes second. Pitch in there. Well, just high. 1 ball, no strikes. Lefty Halsinger. Halter 3 for 3 on the night, along with the walk. Not a bad night for him.
It really hasn't. Jack got bumped back down to the order from the leadoff spot. Started earlier this season in the bottom half of the order, and he was bumped up to leadoff, played successfully there, but then Coach Shapiro just wanting to shuffle things around. Blake Wright gets his first nod in the one hole, and Hausinger's moved down to the 6th spot. And, well, like you said, Alex, he's came up to the plate 4 times, reached in all 4 with 3 base hits.
3-1 the count now to Hausinger. Montgomery on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 12-4 Falmouth Commodores lead. Pitch up high.
5 plate appearances, 5 trips to first for Jack Hausinger. Incredible job from him tonight. I think he's made the case. He deserves to be back up in that leadoff spot. 3 base hits, 2 walks.
Well, definitely not a bad night for Jack Hausinger. Here's Connor O'Brien. 2 for 3 on the night with a walk in the 3rd. But back in the 1st inning, he lined out to Halter at second base that ultimately turned into a double play. So again, I know you said earlier, Cade, but you could make the argument he should also have been on base all 4 times that he's gone up to the plate.
He really has. You look back in that 1st inning, it was a great situation, right? Runners in scoring position with the bases loaded, but O'Brien lined out to a double play.
1-0 pitch, cut on a miss, 1-2 the count now to O'Brien.
On a ball that went right to the first baseman's glove, snagged it, and that was it.
Montgomery on second, Hausinger on first as Stepper steps off. Steps back on and leans in. Now comes set at the waist. The 1-1 pitch. Caught out and missed. 1-2 the count now. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Gateman down by 8. Looking to try to pull off some magic here. The 1-2 pitch hit well in right field, drifting into foul territory, and Pickney will run out of room. The 1-2 pitch to O'Brien stays high. 2-2 the count. The entire Gateman dugout, though, still hanging over the railing, still ingrained in every single pitch that Tepper's about to throw. A 2-2 pitch, fouled off once again. And this is exactly what you want to see. You're down by 8 runs, but you're still working great at bats here late in the game and not just running through the motions here when you're obviously down by a lot of runs.
Yeah, I mean, it is tough. You're facing an 8-run deficit in the bottom of the 9th, but I think that's what separates summer ball a little bit from a collegiate season because, like we said, wins and losses in this league are not going to follow these players for the rest of their lives. And because of the long hunt of a season, you're hunting for a championship and other things like you do in college ball that includes a fall season, a winter lifting session, then, of course, a spring season. Here, though, they're all trying to improve their personal game. So each and every at-bat you get is a gifted opportunity. You got to seize the day.
That one hits it right, but running out of room, this time jumping in the ivy in right field is Pickney, so we'll do the 3-2 again. What a great at-bat from Connor O'Brien. And we've seen so many great at-bats all around, but from O'Brien especially, to continue this right here.
Yeah, O'Brien's really impressed me tonight. He picked up a walk in the 3rd. We already alluded to him lining out in the 1st on an unlucky play, and then had a base hit back in the 5th on a 3-for-4 night.
3 balls, 2 strikes here on the righty O'Brien. 1st and 2nd, nobody out in the bottom of the 9th. Tepper delivers a pitch. That one hit well on the left side of the infield. Taylor looks to turn 2. Throws to Halter on to first, but the ball gets away. Montgomery scores. No throw in. Well, everyone's safe on that. I guess a throw from Taylor went over the head of Saldivar at second base.
It honestly, Alex, it didn't go over his head. It went straight through his glove. That was the wild part about it. I don't really understand how he missed that ball at all. It looked to be a good throw from Taylor on the hot corner, but Saldivar just botched what would have been the game-ending double play.
Yeah, I completely lost it once the throw got over to second base.
Well, I say game-ending, no outs, excuse me.
Yeah, still nobody out. Runners on the corners. Now the Gatemen just down by 7. Elvis at the plate here. The 1-0 pitch. Got on a miss. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Elvis 1 for 4, 2 for 5 so far on the season. And a 250 coming into tonight. Singled and scored back in the second. The 1-1 pitch fouled away. Look out now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the righty Elvis at the plate. Tepper comes set at the waist. The 1-2 pitch. High. No, 2-2 the count. The 2-2 pitch. That one once again fouled away. I mean, every at bat between Montgomery, Hausinger, O'Brien, and now Elvis has been really quality ABs. And
these guys are battling. You know, they're down big and down late, down to their final 3 outs. But to not see any discouragement really just shows not only every player on the team's commitment to try to win each game, but every player's commitment just to get better every at bat.
That one hit well, but in foul territory in right field.
Because the way, of course, we know summer ball works is you may never know when that last game may come. Some players are here just for a temporary time, others for more extended time, and eventually, you know, the end of the summer comes calling and players have to head back to school for academic classes. So you never know when your last game could be, but that's also a principle you could apply all across sports with injury or, you know, anything else. You never know when it's your last time up. Might as well just make it a battle.
The 2-2 pitch incoming here. That one hit well once again in foul territory out of play. Runners on the corners. A run has already plated in this inning. Falmouth leads, though, 12-5 in the bottom of the 9th. Hausinger on third, O'Brien at first. Nobody out. Two-two pitch. That one went the other way by Elvis, but again, in foul territory.
I tell you, he is just one after the other. This is going to be the 9th pitch upcoming in this at-bat for Elvis.
And a game that just seemingly does not want to end, almost approaching the 4-hour mark.
By far, longest game of the summer.
2-2 pitch, a deep drive to left, back on the track, at the wall. It is off the wall. Here comes Hausinger. He'll score easily, rounding second and cruising into O'Brien, standing up. It's a ribby double for Cole Elvis, and you can't count the game in out yet. They trail 12-6 here in the bottom of the 9th with still nobody out.
Buckle up. The Skateman team is not done yet, and I think that's one of the more intriguing parts of this ball game is how the Gatemen just haven't given up, but that's going to be it for Tepper.
So, there's call to the bullpen. We'll take a quick break here on the Gateman Broadcast Network with more information on the next Falmouth pitcher. Stay with us right here.
Continuing with our corporate sponsors, we also want to recognize and thank Franklin Sports, Cape Destinations, Sullivan Tire, Highline Cruises, Barnstable Bat, Sunderland Printing, Axis Bats, Cape Space, Christmas Tree Shops, OOFOS, T-Mobile, Boston Better Business Bureau, Fairway Financial, Rogers Gray, and of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support. Mark Deshays has been practicing law in southeastern Massachusetts for over 30 years. His primary focus is on all aspects of real estate law, including residential and commercial real estate transactions, commercial leasing, land development, land use and zoning law, and land conservation matters. If you need representation, call now at 508-993-2300.
We want our money to work as hard for us when we retire as we did working to accumulate it. My name is Steve Anzoni, and I am president of Fairway Financial Insurance Agency. Money is just a tool to help you to do what you ultimately want to do, which is to travel, spend time with your kids, grandkids, and do other stuff. And I want to be the guy that's going to help you navigate the course of life, to help you avoid those sand traps and get you onto the green and into the hole with greater financial confidence.
Well, it's the bottom of the ninth. The Gatemen down by 6. It's second and third with nobody out.
Chase Jeter now on the bump. Southpaw stepping up out of Sacred Heart, a 5'10" frame.
Well, here's Michael Robertson. 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch taken for a called strike. Oh, 1 away high, gets past Kozar. Another run does score. Now it's 12-7 Falmouth. Three runs have scored this inning. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth, and the bullpen for the Gatemen now is singing.
What else do they have to do?
Well, we can't go to extras, so no one else can pitch. The 1-1 low, now 2-1 the count to Robertson.
What do you think they're singing?
Probably Don't Stop Believing.
Good Journey classic.
Two-1. And at the hands, now 3-1 the count. Blake Wright on deck. Two-two pitch. Went the other way with it. In foul territory out of play. It looks like a fan made a great play on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Elvis on third. Nobody out. In the bottom of the ninth inning. Gateman down by 5. 3 runs already in this inning. Jeter taking his time. Now steps off, and they're saying that's a balk. So that scores Elvis. Another run has scored. And now they're down by 4. So the Gatemen flirting with a comeback now. Cade only down by 4 runs with still nobody out this inning.
They've cut the deficit in half. And now you just have to do the exact same thing. You still have no outs.
The 2-2 pitch low, now 3 into the count.
Not to mention top of the order on deck.
The payoff pitch in there for called strike 3. Robertson doesn't like the call. Well, that's the first out recorded.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 8, Blake Wright.
The Gatemen really still want to try to ride some of that offensive momentum that they started to pick up here in that ninth inning. That's just 1 away. You still got 2 outs to work with before this ball game's over.
Well, the top of the lineup and Blake Wright, nobody on base now, so Blake Wright will have to try to do something to just get on and start that rally going again. That one hit well. could be trouble. Pickney drifting over, but runs out of room in foul territory. 0-1 the count now to right. Hogan Windish on deck, followed by Max Anderson. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Gatemen trail by 4. For the first time this season, Coach Shapiro opted not to coach third, as given a nice opportunity to one of the other Gateman coaches. And that one taken for outside, 1-0 the count. The 1-1 pitch hit well again, but out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Get it right.
Now they're battling AB.
1-2 pitch. Low. 2-2 the count.
One thing that I'm sure Falmouth is going to want to talk about with their pitching staff after tonight's game, this marks the 2nd game in a row where they've had a balk in the 9th inning cost them a run.
2-2 pitch. That one once again out of play. We'll do it again. And not only that, Cade, though, it's when you have a 8-run lead, you can't allow the opposing team to cut that lead in half in the bottom of the 9th inning.
You really can't. This has kind of been par for the course for this Falmouth team so far.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Nobody on. A 2-2 pitch. That one hit well to left. That will be a base hit. So right now on first with Hogan Windish at the plate. And Max Anderson on deck, and Kellum Clark, who's would follow if Windish gets on. Kellum Clark's a tying run.
So far this inning, Alex, a base hit, a walk, an error, an RBI double, a strikeout, and a single for the Gatemen.
Right on first, 1 away in the bottom of the 9th. Infield looking to turn 2. Jeter delivers a pitch to Windish in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Oh, 1 pitch. That one, a deep drive to left. Back on the track at the wall. It is off the wall. Rounding third and coming home is right. He's going to be saved. It's a ribby double for Hogan Windish. And now Kellum Clark on the on-deck circle would mark the tying run. But before we get there, the Gatemen down by 3 with Windish on second and Max Anderson not at the plate.
Boy, oh boy, I said earlier here in this 9th inning, buckle up. And that's exactly what folks are doing here in the stands now. Because for the first time, at least for me, here in the 9th inning, there's a chance at a comeback.
Anderson at the plate. First pitch swinging, hits it fouled on the third base side, out of play. Oh, Anderson behind now, 0-1. Fans now chanting, "You've still got it." The ones remaining, the hardcore fans, at right around 60 degrees now, real feel. Gatemen down by 3. Only 1 out. That one taken low. And now you can really hear this Gatemen bullpen. Surprised they're not in the dugout.
Well, honestly, Alex, I'm looking around the stands. There's more people in that corner than there are in the bleachers at this point. So I'm sure you can hear them.
The pitch, high, 2-1 the count. I think every pitch that this game continues, the Gatemen are just in more and more shock. 2 balls, 1 strike to Anderson. The pitch, that's a called strike, a tough pitch to take, and a pitch that the whole right side of the field between the Gatemen dugout and the Gatemen bullpen disagree with. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Anderson at the plate. Jeter comes set. At the shoulders, now the waist. The 2-2 pitch hit well to right. Drifting back is Pickney. Having trouble with the wind, but there to make the play. Tagging and moving to third is Windish. Well, here's Kellum Clark now with 2 away. And now Falmouth down to their final out to hope to try to get their second win of the season.
It's definitely, if they can't lock this one up, it will not have come easy for them, Alex, that's for sure. But the game is still threatening. Tying run on deck. But before we can even think about that, Kellum Clark has to find a way on the base pass with 2 down.
Jeter delivers a pitch inside. 1-0 the count now to Kellum Clark. The pitch in there for a strike.
I hear a ringing noise.
I don't know what that noise is.
There it goes. It's away.
It's gone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hitter Kellum Clark. Runner on third. The pitch in there for strike 2. And now the Commodores 1 strike away from their second win of the season. Jeter looking on. Now comes set. And delivers a 1-2 pitch. Cut out and miss to end the game. But what a game that is. Final score, Falmouth 12, Wareham 9. An exciting game, a lot of twists and turns, and a game that over 20 runs were scored on both sides combined. Wow.
The Gatemen put up 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th, Alex. They stepped up, facing an 8-run deficit, came up just short, but talk about the will and the fight in that group to just battle. They not only did they put runs on the board, but they had quality ABs. They were fouling off 3, 4, 5 pitches, but left 2 off the wall to Windish and Elvis. But top to bottom, your final lines across the board. Falmouth 12 runs on 7 hits with 2 errors. Meanwhile, Wareham 9 runs on 15 hits. They out-hit the Commodores by 8 tonight, but didn't show it in the run category with 1 defensive mistake of their own. Alex, for me, the difference maker has to go back to that inning, or it just got away from the Gatemen. In the 8th, 6 batters were walked.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough inning. Any time that you have even a lot more than 4 runs, that can really hurt you. But also, it was a clutch hitting that didn't come until late in this game. I mean, you could look back in the first and really throughout the entire game, the Gatemen offense had a lot of opportunities, leaving at least over 12 batters on base. I mean, even in a 12-9 game, you can't do that, especially, obviously, the crucial inning that, like you said, the 6 runs that were allowed in the 6 really cost them the ball game.
It did. Oftentimes when a team puts a 5 spot on the 9th, well, they've probably got a good chance of walking it off. But on the other end, when you're down by 8 going into that frame, the odds are stacked up against you. It's almost like trying to hike Mount Everest, with shorts and a T-shirt on.
Right, but again, the bottom of the 9th, where the Gatemen scored 5, flirted with a potential historic comeback in the Cape Cod League. That will do it for Cade, Crenshaw, and Claire Foley. I'm Alex Feuz. Have a great rest of your night. The Gatemen look to play 2 tomorrow against a red-hot team. So once again, for Claire and Cade, I'm Alex Feuz. Have a great rest of your night, and we will see you tomorrow.